Oh, yeah. You know it. It is what fire cannot burn. St. Ricketts. www.stricketts.com. Start to take this down a little bit. All right, then we cut and we come at you live. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, before we start anything off, I got to take down Aaron Paul's picture. Tiffany Mosher is going to talk to you for about 30 seconds while Jeff Perini runs into the bar and grabs a napkin because he made a little spill all over his desk.
So nice of you to put me on the spot.
Thank you. 30 seconds. They're yours. Take it away. I'll be right back with the Yo Show.
Happy Thursday, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. It is Tiffany here, live on the Yo Show. Jeff went to grab a napkin. He'll be right back. Had a disaster somewhere in his little area. I'm curious to see or hear about what happened within the last, 30 seconds before we went live on the air. I hope everyone's having a good day.
What a mess.
Oh my goodness. What did you do? Your whole table is shaking. The camera, everything. I feel like I'm on a boat.
Oh boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can dress him up, but you cannot take him out. Anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday night. Little change from the normal Wednesday. We are here live for another episode of The Yo Show.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, yo, yo. Jeff the Shark Perini with you as always. Joined tonight by our special guest co-host, the lovely, the talented, the beautiful, the 100% kosher, Miss Tiffany Mosher. Tiffany, good evening.
How's it going? I am loving the hat, the shirt, the outfit, everything. You are ready for Aaron tonight.
I definitely am, and it is an Aaron Paul type thing because he is so fashionable and he always comes on looking so sharp. So usually when Aaron comes on, I try to step it up a little bit. Yeah, I got my little chaps shirt on, kind of a purplish and silver. I got my fedora on here, beard all nice and puffy, and ready for some Aaron Paul action tonight.
Nice. I'm excited. I've been chomping at the bit for this one.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Super classy individual, great guy. I'm going to change my microphone real quick to the take the cancellation off. I don't know if it matters. Some people say it does, so let's go back to there. That should be better. Anyway, yeah, so let's say thank you to last week's guest, of course, the awesome Sharon Leah. And her cause, of course, is Ladies Who Rock for a Cause Foundation. I will put that up again on the bottom of the scroll real quick. Sharon Leah Band, of course. Ladies Who Rock for a Cause is a concert coming up this Sunday. It's all female rockers, a great lineup, including our alum, Miss Susie Corey. She'll be part of this amazing lineup. And it's great. It's, they go out. We'll do virtual performances. A lot of ladies singing. Tickets are available right now. Like I said, links at the bottom. We'll leave it up there for a few minutes. And please, if you can, buy a ticket. I think they're $10. Check out these awesome ladies. It's a huge lineup. And, of course, Susie Corey, one of our favorites. Sharon Leah Band, of course, run by Sharon as the foundation is. So just awesome. So please check it out again. Todd West in the house. It is Yo Show action. Todd and Julie, the wedding just a few short days away. Congratulations. Outstanding people that I love. Went to high school with Julie. You lose touch with people through the years and met her, I believe, again at one of the reunions and then got introduced to Todd. Todd's a great guy and we love him and they're getting married in a couple of days. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Awesome. My man, Julie, of course, you're welcome. My man, Chus, I'm sorry, dude. I know we're usually on Wednesdays.
Hey.
We're here tonight. Oh, he tunes in. He tunes in every week, and he learns American culture.
I love that picture, too. He is all about it.
That's very Yo Show. It's a very Yo Show picture right there. So he's getting down. Real quickly, of course, without getting too much into detail, as you know, we missed the show last night. Our dear friend Jewel Tatey is not with us. She has a family issue that we won't really discuss. It's something that Jewel will present when the time is right. But I wanted you to know, Jewel, that I dedicate this to you tonight. Miller High Life, which is your John, It is your beer. And the one that I kind of spilled, I guess it's kind of like spilling one from a homie since you can't be with us tonight. So there is one here with their name on it sitting beside me. I've got mine. A cheers to our love. We adore you. We're here for you. And we dedicate tonight's show to Jewel, and she'll be back with us next week. Tiffany, I was told next week, Wednesday the 21st, which is a few days before my birthday, that Jewel has flipped the tables on me. Now she's throwing me a birthday show bash with a very special guest that I'm not allowed to know.
Ooh. Are you excited? Are you nervous?
Stoked. Nervous.
Do you have any idea who it could be?
None. Her description was kind of like mine. She said, "This person is great. I believe you're going to love it, and I hope it is as good as my surprise was." And I said, "Oh, this person's great. Somebody's on the show before?" She's like, "Not another word." And I said, "Okay, is it male or female?" She said, "Not another word." Surprise.
Just wait and just be surprised.
Yes, next Wednesday night on the Yo Show, folks, a surprise guest.
Yes.
What I'm going to be like with a pre-birthday party, wowie.
You better bring a great outfit and a good drink and just be ready to go. Be ready for anything.
Exactly. The amazing Maria Daniels in the
Hi,
house.
Maria.
Hello, Maria. Thank you for the hat compliment. Like I said, I dressed up a little bit for Aaron. He earns it. He deserves it because he's just a fashion superstar as well as a terrific musician. We've got a couple songs from Aaron. We're going to play one in a few minutes and then one after he interviews like we normally do. Let's get to the top 5 list, Tiffany Mosher, because we're falling behind already, as Jeff likes to do. He's spilling beers. He's wasting time. Oh, also, let's not forget, later in the show, around 9:15, we're going to have Liz Bally. Liz is an assistant manager of one of the great local bar restaurants in the area and somebody I've grown to be friends with. She also represents the Pennsylvania Restaurant Lodging Association, and they have a big fundraiser and raffle going on with tickets available the next few weeks. She's going to come on around 9:15, explain to us what the cause is, how to get tickets, some of the great raffle baskets, which I have pictures of for later, including our good friends at Low So Brewing Company. So that should be awesome. Did I say bar? I'm sure I did. I always say bar. You got to get to America, and we got to, or I'll go to Argentina. We got to get to a bar.
Yeah, road trip.
Oh, sounds good. Top 5 list, Tiffany Mosher. Tonight is our top 5 favorite pop stars. I informed Tiffany of this. It was originally supposed to be top 5 favorite music videos, since Aaron's got new videos out. And Tiffany informed me she's not a music video girl.
Well, that's because growing up, I had very strict parents and I was not allowed to watch MTV. So I was not exposed to music videos. And I said, Jeff, I know nothing on this topic. So can we please change it?
Never let it be said that I deny my amazing co-hostesses team the ability to change my mind. It's happened here tonight. So top 5 favorite pop stars. I will go first. Notice I got the awesome red pinkish color out there for Aaron tonight too. I'm like bang for Aaron Paul tonight.
I love it.
Thank you. Number 5 top pop star for me. A guy who some people might say that's your favorite pop star. Yeah, but it's Justin Timberlake. Fantastic. Terrific talent. Excellent dancer. Some good songs. JT guy right here, number 5. Number 4, Christina Aguilera. I know she went through the phases of cute girl, dirty girl, now professional girl, but I've always loved her. I find her to be extremely attractive and a terrific voice, talented. I love Christina Aguilera, number 4. Number 3, another one of my all-time loves. As you know, she's on my wall of fame here. Up there somewhere. It is the one and only Miss Britney Spears. I adore you, Britney Spears. You're on my list. You're number 3. Number 2 and 1 were tough, but one guy is the king of pop, none other than Michael Jackson. And number 2. And number 1, if you know me well enough, and if you've known me long enough, you will know that this person is one of my absolute all-time favorite overall talents, guitar player, songwriter, singer, musician, the late, great Prince at number 1.
I love it.
Thank you. You're up, Tiffany Mosher. Let's have your top 5.
All right. Coming in at number 5, this is someone who kind of got me through my latter teen years and early 2000s, Michelle Branch.
Oh, very good.
I like her. Number 4 was a tie between Britney and Backstreet Boys. I couldn't decide between the two because they are just iconic. when it comes to pop. Now my top three, we're gonna be, taking a step back here. Number 3, Elvis Presley.
Ooh.
Yes.
The original pop star.
Yes, I love Elvis. Fun fact, my grandmother dated, or her best friend dated him in high school. And so she used to go and hang out in his garage and before he got big. So Elvis has always been big in my family for that reason.
That's great.
Number 2, same as you, Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Love me some Michael Jackson. And number 1, anyone who knows me knows that I love, love, love this group. I have always loved this group. I can play them on repeat. They make you feel good when you listen to them, can't help but dance. The Beach Boys.
Oh my God, do I love you, because the Beach Boys are one of my absolute all-time favorites. And matter of fact, I argue with a lot of my friends because I said the Beach Boys were like the original boy band before the Beatles, and everybody likes to get on me about that, but I'm a massive Beach Boys fan.
Yes.
My dog, for some unknown reason, is sniffing around and trying to attack my baseball cards. I don't really know what he's got going on there.
Oh, no.
Very weird tonight. Okay, that's interesting. All right. Great list on both sides. Let's rehash real quick for the folks at home. Number 5, me, Justin Timberlake. Number 4, the beautiful Christina Aguilera. Number 3, my future wife, the amazing Britney Spears. Number 2, Michael Jackson. And number 1, of course, Prince. Tiffany came out with Michelle Branch, which was a good one. Number 4, tie between Britney and the Backstreet Boys. Elvis Presley, who, in my opinion, the original pop star at number 3. Number 2, the king of pop, Michael Jackson. And number 1, the Beach Boys. Oh, that tickled me. I think you did it on purpose to get on my good side.
Well, hey, when you come over to a topic that I'm familiar with, then I'll throw you some answers that you're going to like, because we just get each other like that.
Sounds good, and I love that. And one other thing, real quick, that we do alike is our love for food. And maybe during the music, you'll see it because I kind of missed my dinner. I have a beautiful sushi plate here this evening.
Ooh.
Spicy tuna sushi. A little hungry. I kind of missed my lunch today. I ran around a lot at lunch and dinner. So I got a little sushi on the side. So if the music's playing and you kind of hear that's me. That's me digging in just a little bit. But the music is excellent. Aaron Paul, of course, 2 new videos. We're going to hear Dragon's Blood and Behind This Painted Face, which I love. Julie Hartman, come on over. We got sushi. We're doing it tonight. You could be on the Yo Show. We should film your wedding and put it on the Yo Show. That would be
amazing.
That'd be terrific.
You can officiate. You can just go online and get your little certificate, and you can make it a whole Yo Show thing.
I definitely should have, and we'll do it down the road.
A Yo Show wedding.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how my wife's going to feel about me and Tiffany getting married on the Yo Show, but for entertainment purposes, sometimes you just have to do it. Been a few weeks, Tiffany, since we've seen you last. What's new? What's going on? Anything exciting to share with the folks at home?
I've just been doing a lot of podcast interviews lately. I have actually 3 lined up for tomorrow.
Wow.
2 based in the UK and 1 based in Malaysia. So that's real exciting on that front. And otherwise, just busy with work. And hi, Billy Frank. Busy with work, kids, life. But, happy to be here.
Awesome. We're happy to have you. Hello, Frank. Thanks again for always tuning in. And we miss Jewel. We will see her next week. And hopefully she tunes in. Here's a lot of love we have for her as well as the audience. And like I said, Tiffany does a terrific job as well when called upon. So we appreciate that. Lots to do tonight, Tiffany. Like I said, we're expecting Aaron between 8:20 8:30. And the one thing you will know if you've seen the show before with Aaron, I believe this might be his 4th or his 5th visit. He's been on a lot, but we love him, and he's fantastic. And he loves to talk. So we want to give him his due time because, like I said, we have Liz coming on 9:15. Want Aaron, of course, to get everything that's off his chest. Because by the time you're done with Aaron Paul, you get this feeling of, like this powerful, motivated, wonderful feeling of positivity. So we definitely want to hear what's on his mind tonight. First, Tiffany, let's do some music at the request of Mr. Aaron Paul. It is a video and song by the name of Dragon's Blood. It's very unique. It's brings out the range in Aaron's voice, and I like this one a lot. When he sent it to me, he asked me to play it this evening, which I, of course, will, especially now that our music is a little better. Shall I say? We're getting there. So I'm going to share that. I'm going to put it up there on the screen. Also going to adjust my camera again. I mean, my microphone again to try to do that no echo thing. So hopefully it makes that better as well. Because we got great guests and great musical guests that come on. They deserve the best of their music. So once again, this one is called Dragon's Blood. The performer, Mr. Aaron Paul. And I just removed it, and now I just added it again. Oh, my God. One of these nights, I'm going to get this 100% correct. Until then, we're hiring for producers and directors of the Yo Show. But let's do Aaron his justice. About 4 minutes and 20 seconds. The song is called Dragon's Blood, and enjoy it. We'll be back shortly here on the Yo Show.
As I lay this jolting water, scarlet power running through my veins. Like a pilgrim burning on a fire, I close my eyes and wash away my sin. Near or far away across yonder, strength in me now, my road can begin. Breathe your flame to be my shield and dark. You free these chains, your scars are now my cover. Your wings are now who I trust. So keep this river flowing, yes, I'm drinking dragon blood. See if I I'll replace this blood of an Englishman. Now you will receive me. Let nothing will besiege me. Yeah. Let's light the holy heart. Eternally I'll be grateful to thee. Rain on me, marry me, so come me to dragon love. Leave your flame to be my shield, but now you free these chains. Your scars are now my cover. Your wings are now who I trust. So keep this river flowing. Yes, I'm drinking dragon blood. See if I I'll replace this blood of an Englishman. Now you will receive me. Let nothing will besiege me. Yeah. Let you light the way. Eternally I'll be grateful to thee. Rain on me, marry me, so to dragon love.
Insidious, Diablo.
Rain on me, all your scarlet war. Anoint me, accuse me, to find most of my enemies. I will be your lover, your brother. Take me like a mother. Rain on me. Rain on me, all your scarlet war. Breathe your flame to be the shield of love. You free these chains, your scars are now my cover. Your wings are now who I trust. So let me to Dragon Love.
Chills all the way through. Absolutely fantastic. Dragon's Blood is the song. The artist, of course, our guest who will be with us shortly, the amazing Mr. Aaron Paul. Wow, we even had like a late brushback on it. Or is that me starting another? Did I do this? Oh, no, I didn't. I see. Okay, thank you.
I was loving the spooky vibe. Very, kind of hauntingly beautiful.
I like that. I like that a lot. It is hauntingly beautiful. Aaron has such a range. A lot of times he comes on with full-blown, get up and dance, kind of pop. Sometimes he comes on with, it's our world, let's live it, and let's love who we are messages. And this one, a little bit different, showing his awesome style, his terrific taste in video, and really just an amazing song and his voice range, of course, Dragon's Blood by Aaron Paul, who is our guest who will be with us shortly. I got some chills. I really did.
Yeah, I think what makes him so great is he's so versatile. So, you get the dance when you want. You get the chill when you want. And you get the really, the hauntingly beautiful. That's the only way I can describe it. I was mesmerized. I was just staring at the screen like I just need more. I need more. I loved it.
That was awesome. I watched you staring at the screen too. You're focused, and what happens here on the show is you see our big blocks that you see, and then there's little blocks. For me, I guess being the host, little blocks in the corner, and I put the video on the whole screen to kind of cover us up. And Tiffany's just like, and I'm like, man, she's like locked in, and that's really cool. Of course, she did text me to ask me if I was eating sushi. I did take a couple pieces in, but other than that, we were here enjoying, and I hope you enjoyed as well. Plenty of places to find Aaron, of course, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. Of course, you can check out his great videos. He's very proud of his videos, and the reason why I said videos, Tiffany, MTV, VH1, whatever it is, you really don't see music videos anymore. And I used to love the story behind a music video. It always told a story. Like this was a gripping one, a great production and very deep. But they've kind of gone away. Why is that? Do you miss, again, we said you didn't really watch them, but do you miss videos? Do you think it should come back as a selling point of music, especially with YouTube? It's very big.
I think there's times when I want to look up a song and I Google it and the music video will come up. And I'm like, oh, this is nice, because you don't see it on TV anymore. And I think that they are something that are underrated. As someone who was not allowed to watch music videos growing up, I think it's now that I see them, I appreciate them a lot more than I think I would have when I was younger. And I just, you see the talent, you see the story behind it, you see the work and effort that goes into the message behind the words in the song. And, I think they need to bring it back.
I agree. Back when I was younger, it was Video Rock was a big show on Channel 17 here in PA. Video Rock was huge. And we would watch it every night, and it would come on at 6 in the morning, and we'd make sure we got on at 6 in the morning to make sure we watched that. Yeah, a lot of great shows on MTV, 120 Minutes, Headbangers Ball, Yo MTV Raps, just a lot of great shows that, individualize certain kinds of videos. Friday night videos was big. Friday night videos came on every Friday. It would be on for like an hour and a half. They'd run X amount of videos, and as a kid, before MTV, that's what we had. And MTV, of course, came on, it was all videos, and now it's
all reality. Yeah,
reality, which makes me wonder, maybe they should change this to RTV instead of MTV. Because not a lot of M left in MTV.
I know one of the videos that I've watched over and over and over now that I'm an adult and can is Linkin Park's Numb video. For some reason, I
Yes.
just love that video. I mean, the song is amazing, but I love the video. It's very captivating. And yeah, I like music videos.
Same. I've always been a big fan of them, and like I said, we grew up with it. Me and my brother would be glued to the TV for music videos. Now, have you ever seen Michael Jackson's Thriller?
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'm making
Oh,
sure
absolutely. Yes.
because that's a staple in the music video world. And
yeah.
I remember when it first came out, everybody just clamored to watch it. And oh my God, it's so big and it's so exciting and it's scary and
So spooky.
a little spooky. You know what?
You just gotta watch around Halloween, you know?
Yeah, I forgot to change my microphone again. Let's go back. I got a hard habit of forgetting. We'll do that. I don't know. I just want to make sure everything comes out well. And I'll listen to it tomorrow and be like, oh, what did I do? It sounds horrible.
You sound fine on my end. I don't know about for the viewers. Viewers, how does Jeff sound?
How does
Yay or nay?
sound? Besides the awful nasally voice, let's just talk about the production end of it, shall we?
I think I have a nasally voice too.
I don't
When
think it's great.
When I look back or when I listen to myself, like on a voicemail or on a podcast episode, or I'm listening to myself talk here on the Yo Show when I'm playing it back, I'm like, oh, my voice. Ugh. Why?
It's funny. We had Maria Daniels came in earlier and chimed in, and we do a show on Tuesday nights called Talk Creative to Me. The link is on my page. We had an amazing photographer on last week, a rather studly looking individual. I don't know if you caught
Yes,
that fella.
Let me tell you, I saw my candy on the O Show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We can bring him here. He would gladly come on. I felt like second fiddle, which I never do. I'm usually the hottest guy in the room. But Maria said the one thing she has not adapted to yet is playing back her shows and watching herself. And I'm like,
Mhm.
really? But then sometimes I watch myself and I'm like, yikes.
Yeah, I always take notes. I'm like, you say and so and a lot. Me, I'm talking to myself.
No.
I
was
play
gonna
with
say,
my
'cause I
hair
do
too
also-
much as I'm doing it now. I play with my hair too much because I get like nervous still doing these things a little bit. So I play with my hair, and then yeah. I think we are our own biggest critics though, because I
Yes.
think I get told, oh, I watched you on the O Show and you did a fantastic job, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I need to hear things like that. Because we judge ourselves too much. I think we just need to accept our quirkiness is amazing, and we'll just go with it. That's what people come to tune in to watch every week, right?
Absolutely. I have been, and I do appreciate the criticism. I've been told in the past about how the music is all over the board. The voice is too loud. So, of course, I got rid of the low-tech equipment and plugged into the Ethernet there, which makes things run faster. It's helped, new sound card, different, so we try. And then I got that. And then my brother said, yeah, you play with your beard way too much.
But it's a really nice beard. I mean, if I had that, I would probably play with it too.
Thank you
I had
very
a
much.
peanut.
When
That sounds weird, but you know what I mean.
yeah, a little bit. When this show goes into big time production and we get real famous, I'm going to hire a lovely female assistant to just sit there and just kind of play with my beard while I talk, so I don't have to do it.
Well, there you go. There you go.
That'd be terrific. Just one of those things. So we're expecting Aaron Paul in a few moments. I haven't heard anything of the different. Matter of fact, backstage right now, and I got to tell you, Tiffany, I'm already wowing before he even gets here. His outfit is stunning as always. His smile is so bright, it's actually the light that he's using is bouncing off this gigantic smile. Folks, our guest tonight, I believe his fifth time around. He's been with us on our 100th episode. He was one of the first people I ever interviewed. A terrific musician, one hell of a fantastic human being, the amazing, the talented, and always electric, Mr. Aaron Paul, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey. Hi.
Hello, Jeff. Good to see you. Good to see you once again. And thank you for having me back on. And a pleasure to meet you, Miss Tiffany.
Nice to meet you too, Aaron.
Lovely to meet you. Yes, I anticipated your excitement. when I
Pleasure once again. And I
Likewise.
did my eyes, especially for you, Tiff. I don't know if you can see them.
Oh, that's
Oh my
awesome.
gosh.
That is
I am
terrific.
loving your look. Amazing.
Well, especially for you as a special co-host. So there you go.
Oh, thank you. That's so
But
special.
not to forget Miss Jewel, though. Not to miss, bless her, and
Bless
my
Miss Jewel.
love and respect always to her.
We thank you for that as well. And tonight, as I always do when you come on, I try to snazz up a little bit, a little
I
fedora,
saw.
a little
I saw.
bunch. I do it for you because you're
Looking
so.
very sharp, Mr. Jeff. I have.
Thank you.
You have my full approval.
Excellent. I can
Look
read.
great. I love the shirt, love the hat, love it. And I've got another interview tomorrow. So now you're giving me some ideas for tomorrow because I'm like, what the F am I going to wear for this thing tomorrow? And you've inspired me. So
Wow. You hear this, ladies and gentlemen? I have inspired one of the greatest fashion megastars out there. I find your fashion incredible. You always bring it home with an A+. It's terrific. Tiffany, me and Aaron got to meet a few years back in Glenside, and there's a beautiful picture of it. And he's always just meticulous with his look, and the smile is always there, and you're always a treat to have on. So thank you for that.
it's always been fun. I mean, I guess, like I said, it's been my fifth time or fourth time.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time, in Philly when we went down to see who was the artist? Gosh.
Adam Ant.
Adam Ant. Okay, how can I
Adam Ant,
forget? And I met you and your other co-host at the time, and we had drank coffee in the little cafe. Remember?
Yes, we
the
did.
street. We ran across to see the show afterwards. So it's always been a blast to come on. Always, I love coming on.
Thank you. We greatly appreciate
And I know
it.
we scheduled this back in December, didn't we? I think.
I had my daughter bring me a hat so I can match you guys.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Great job.
Yeah, we had scheduled.
What's her name?
Oh, my daughter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Abby. Abby, come here.
Abby.
Come say hi to Mr. Aaron Paul. Hello.
Hello, Abby. Lovely to meet you. Great job on the hat.
Yes, terrific. Great choice.
And my God, I'm thinking you're like 20, 21, 22, Tiffany. I mean, my gosh.
Oh,
Wow.
you're making me blush.
You look great. Fantastic.
Yes. She's actually about to graduate high school. So thank you.
God.
You make me feel so, young.
You look like you're about to graduate high school. So
Thank you.
well done on that. Excellent.
Wow, thank you.
I look like I'm about to head to the senior facility, but
Oh, I love the beard. Looking good. I tell you look really sharp, Jeff, tonight. Really.
Thank you. The beard is kind of new to you.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, and I think I saw a picture today on the Facebook feed. I'm he's grown a big, huge beard, and that's also it's funny because I was thinking maybe I should grow a beard. What Aaron Paul looked like with a full beard. I've never done one.
Wow.
Never.
But
what I remember when I first started growing facial hair, and I would let it grow, to a certain level. It just itched like crazy.
a little bit. The difference is we can hide my face. We cannot hide your face. Your face is gorgeous. It needs to be seen. So your face does not need to be bearded. This thing, on the other hand.
Oh, don't let the makeup fool you.
Again, I've seen you in person. I know. You're good to go.
Thank you. Bless you.
So I know we did schedule this a few months out, and we were just getting so booked up. And I told
what?
Joel
And it
that,
creeped up on me, because
Yeah.
obviously everyone is, under COVID, lockdown, blah, blah, blah. And there's not much going on in terms, social media, yes, but there's no events. And especially in my world with fashion and going out in New York, it's completely dead. So, and in the last probably few months, I've kind of been a little bit quiet. And because I've been locked up in the studio, literally just writing and recording the next project. And doing a lot of kind of score kind of stuff for movies, and I'm really enjoying that
Awesome.
because it's obviously you can't dance around and be a pop star for forever, and I'm not a young man from when I first started in Waltham Park. I still feel the same, but you have to evolve and grow and show. And you know me, I always try to be diverse. You can't put me in a box. You know what I'm saying? And because I love everything, there's nothing I don't like. And I want to challenge myself and do different things. But I'm really enjoying this kind of new kind of involvement I'm doing now, which is kind of writing for movies. And that's where a lot of the business and money is made these days. You're not really making money from singles anymore because the market's so saturated and everyone's a singer on YouTube or wherever. And as much as I enjoy that, and that's always going to be my, you know, my aesthetic, and I'm very proud of my past with that. But enjoying this whole new kind of, you know, involvement in doing like music for movies, as you just heard with Dragon's Blood.
Terrific.
You know, and involving classical sounds and kind of go on these kind of epic fantasies, journeys with my music, still given the Aaron Paul element. You know, I'm always a visual person. I love art. I mean, looking like this, I mean, I have to explore everything and do everything and throw everything in the pot and churn it out. And whatever comes out with all my heart, I'm satisfied with that, you know, that whatever I put out. And because I just refuse to be limited. I always want to always push the button, always go that little bit further. Try this, try that. And believe it or not, I mean, I actually edited that video. And the last couple of music videos I've done, I've edited myself. And that's one of the skills I've learned under the lockdown. You know, when everything's kind of quiet, let's learn some new skills, you know, that I don't have to pay people, or I don't have to rely on people to kind of portray the imagery or the visions that I want. I can do it myself now. So what you see there is a product of what I've done myself. Obviously, I produced the song, wrote the song, you know, put the music, arranged, and now also taking care of the actual production videos. And you know, I've always, as you know, I've always kind of done this. This is easy. I've done it for years. And sometimes, you know, I laugh at myself, like, how do I get away with this? But you know, people love it and they expect that from me. But, you know, and I will always kind of give you a visual presence. And if I can also include that visual presence in my art and my music and my visions, you know, that's always going to be my top agenda. Did I talk too much? I remember you saying Aaron talks too much.
I love it. That's why we're here, man. It's your time, it's your forum. Let us have it.
Right. Well, thank you. I mean, I'm just very, as you know, I'm very passionate what I've done. I've been doing this since 12 years old. And then lucky I was signed with Simon Cowell. We started the whole kind of reality TV, the whole American Idol thing. You know, I was in the making of that to the progression now. And then also, you know, fast forwarding years later and still be able to do what I love to do and do it by myself, you know, as a solo artist, and be received and be current and relevant and, you know, respected by my peers. You know, I thank God for that every day, and I'm very proud that that's what I can do, especially at all these years later, still doing the same thing. I wouldn't know how to do anything else, Jeff or Tiffany. I just wouldn't.
I feel you, and you shouldn't have to do anything else because you've nailed this. Now, we did play Dragon's Blood. And
that was an exclusive for you, so that's the first time that's been seen.
We appreciate it. That is outstanding. And
thank you.
I told Tiffany, I said, it's a little different than Aaron's past songs, which are, like I said, you've done
Mm-hmm.
Get Up and Dance and Party. You've done self-love, like be yourself kind of music. Yeah. Now it's a little more deeper, a little darker,
it's actually, the song Dragon's Blood is inspired by, there's I've got really into like herbal and Ayurvedic kind of herbs and healing and spiritual stuff. And there is actually a resin called Dragon's Blood. And it's been used for centuries. It's actually comes from a tree sap in the Middle East and some parts of South America. And when you cut the bark of that tree, it bleeds like a blood. And that's why it's called Dragon Blood. But it has these amazing properties and protection properties, healing. And it's been used throughout time in many civilizations from the past. And some people still use it, you know, to some day. It's not as, you know, obviously prominent and explored much today, but in the past it very much was. And I've got, you know, it's one of my favorites. It smells divine. It has this unique smell. I love it. I burn it in candles. And, you know, I really got into this Dragon's Blood. And I thought, you know what, I need to write a song called Dragon's Blood. How cool that would be.
I kind of thought Dragon's Blood was like an autobiography song because your energy is like, I've got Dragon's Blood.
Yeah, it's about being protected. It's very spiritual, and if you listen to some of the production stuff in there, I mean, I have the Latin prayer, and I have the Gorgon monks, chanting in the back, and then you've got, it's all sublimable and all kind of has it has that kind of dark feel, but it's actually a very positive spiritual message going on. If you listen, when you hear it more and listen to what's going on, it has a lot of that in there. I throw that in a lot of my music.
Yeah, definitely. You're getting.
Yeah, I told Jeff, when we were watching the video, I was just like entranced. It was just so beautiful. I told him it was hauntingly beautiful. That was the first thing that came to mind. And he saw me backstage. I was just like,
locked in.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just
thank you. And
amazing in so many ways.
Thank you. And to think, like I said, I can do that all myself. That's, if you'd asked me, when I met Jeff, however long it was, I wouldn't know how to edit a music video. I mean, I paid people to do that, it was done for me, And that was the beauty about being in lockdown during quarantine. I said, you know what? I can shut my vehicle down. I can learn some new skills and and be in charge more of what in other things and the visuals and for it to be received like you guys have and my peers who do work in film, because Jeff knows I know a ton of people, photographers and legends and all kinds of people.
Terrific list.
And them to respect my work. I still think I'm a little Aaron from London, and to be, in the room and someone say, well, I really liked your video. You did an amazing job on that. And I think, oh, well, wow, maybe wow, thank you. And I'm very fortunate that they like it too and people receive it the way they have. I never imagined myself doing it.
That's awesome. You also, from what I read, have gotten into the producing end as well.
Yeah. This album, I've totally written, produced, arranged, played every instrument you hear. I mean,
wow, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's incredible.
Like I said, that's what I've done in the last, probably since December till now. I've been doing it all myself, everything. So all what you heard is done entirely by me.
Our little Aaron. Yeah, our little Aaron's growing up so fast.
Yeah, you can't be young forever, Jeff. You have to evolve and grow. And, and my audience, some of them are parents now, from when I was a kid, when a teenager pop star, some of my fans now have kids of their own, and you have to mature, and kind of evolve and grow and explore, and like I said, and my focus is a lot, as you heard with Dragon's Blood, it kind of has that kind of film score kind of vibe,
absolutely.
And one of the things I actually really enjoyed doing during, in the last few months, it's not doing so much of the social media and going out and all that stuff, taking it back and enjoying life a bit more, watching movies. I mean, I never watched a movie in 5 years because I was always working. And now I'm adoring Netflix. I mean, who knew?
I know, right?
And I'm watching, I'm binging on series and series. So I've taken a back seat in terms of instead of pushing out there. I am doing the creative part's on fire, but I'm actually also enjoying things, watching a movie, walking around the park. I never did those things because it was all work, always on my grind. So in that process of watching Netflix, I've watched movies and this, and that's what's really got me into this kind of movie score vibe and what you're hearing,
Do you doing for movies is like harder? Is it?
No, it's easy.
Is it really different? It's much easier.
Easy. I think it's easier. I mean, I've always loved instruments, and I'm a huge fan of the classical sounds.
Yes.
As you heard, I mean, there's a lot of classical. There's the xylophone, I think, playing in Dragon's Blood, and then you've got Behind My Painted Face, which is a very stripped down. I think maybe you're going to play that one. It was a beautiful poem that was written for me by a very dear friend and a legend in the music world and fashion world, Montgomery Fraser, who you've met before, and it's been on the show. We've done several projects together, and he sent me a poem, back in September. And it was a beautiful poem, and like sometimes he'll feed me stuff and I'll store it and then look at it later. And I did. A few months later, I went back to the poem he sent me and I turned it into this beautiful kind of very simple, beautiful, heart-wrenching song with a harp instrument and the piano. There's some dark organ stuff going on in the back, and you're hearing my pure voice, just full voice. People are not used to me doing ballads. They don't think they're, Aaron does ballads because I've never really put that out. But I can do them. I'm not a fan of ballads. It's not my forte. I kind of find them a bit boring, just to stand there and sing. I like all the razzmatazz, as you know.
Sure. Yes. I've seen
But,
that.
as part of my evolve, and people always saying, well, we want a ballad, we want a ballad. And like I said, my friend wrote this beautiful poem, and, it was kind of centered around me. And what would Aaron be like if he was in a relationship? And, it was kind of that geared. And then I just turned it into this beautiful, beautiful love song about love loss. And I really streamlined it. There was very few instruments going on. I made it more about my voice. I included these classical sounds, and I had a kind of film score, idea to, a lane to go to. It needs to be for a movie, and that's got me on this whole spin of doing this kind of whole movie score stuff.
It's terrific. I admire it. I always admire all your sounds, and we talk about how diverse your music has been. Something I want to ask you.
I love your top 5 pop stars, and you both got me on number 2. I mean, he's my number 1, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, terrific.
Prince number 1. Yes.
I'm just such a Prince fan. It's hard to put anybody above Prince because he wrote and he played guitar.
I have to put Michael. I mean, I when I was a kid, there was always that battle, especially with other people, between Michael and Prince. As a teenager growing up, for me it was Michael Jackson. I really didn't explore Prince much at that time because I was more devoted to Michael. He was, and I felt loyal to him.
Yeah.
But as I got older and started to appreciate, and listen to some of the stuff that I missed out on as a kid because I was too much into Michael, I recognized the genius and the legacy of him, and I adore him too. But I adore a lot of people. I mean, especially the greats. I mean, you can't beat the greats,
Exactly. And Tiffany came out with Elvis Presley, who to me was
the
first pop star,
The best. Well, another one. I love Elvis too. And I loved hearing about your grandmother dating him or, wow, look at that.
I never right.
That's a story.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being in the room with Elvis? Come on. I mean,
I know. I when back when she was alive, I would ask her all the time, like, what was he like?
I'd be full of questions. I'd be going on for weeks, questions after questions.
Yeah, so it was her best friend. Her best friend dated him.
Did she get to keep anything?
No, she got to go to a bunch of concerts. She did get to, some. She had some concert tickets that she had near and dear. But Elvis was a huge
wow. I mean, you can't beat. And that's another thing on in my Netflix binges. I've been watching all that kind of, the kind of
documentaries.
Movies. Yeah, I watched the James Brown one the other night, and there was another one. I remember her name. An Australian singer who sung that woman's anthem back in the 70s. She from Australia, came to New York and became a huge star, and then she written this song that became the official anthem for women's rights and stuff. Right. And I'm really enjoying those kind of movies. I mean, I've always had liked those movies, but I've never had a chance to watch all the new ones that have come out. And that's some amazing stuff. And I goes, where have I been?
We usually don't get too deep with topics, but it's a question I had to ask you because lately, over the last couple of years, every performer that comes out they got their label in front, their race, their sexual preference, everything is laid out like so-and-so star Jim Smith. But you've always been just a guy that just says, just do it. Just go out and do it. Yeah. Is it a little frustrating to see people trying to sell themselves this much? Like, just be you? Because I know you've always been, hey, this is Aaron Paul. You're either going to love it or you're going to like it because nobody hates it because you're amazing.
It's funny because when I first emerged on the scene, especially here in America, coming from the boy band when nobody knew me, I wrote this song. And I was working with a producer at the time, and he sent me this track. He said, you need this kind of anthem. You need this kind of Kelly Clarkson type anthem in your face kind of thing. And he sent me a track. And instantly I came up with this, I don't care. And I don't.
It was perfect,
I don't care what you say of me, what you think of me. I'm just going to be me. If you don't like me, don't watch me. The song that I wrote ended up being a number 1 dance, my first number 1 as a solo artist in the dance world. And it was a huge thing. This was about 5-6 years ago. I never expected that. And that really put me on the map, especially in the LGBT scene and dance music. And that really opened the door for me. And then then I did my grind and everyone kind of knew me. Then I got into the fashion, blah, blah, blah. And then I did It's Fashion Diamonds with Montgomery Fraser, the image guru, which really exploded me onto the scene. And I think that was a little bit after I met you. I met you on Every Life Matters when I did that one.
Yes.
Back then. And then after that.
And it was great because Tiffany, if you could imagine, a little bit about Pennsylvania. If you can imagine Glenside, PA, me walking down the street with this guy had a leather jacket on, a giant black hat, skin tight skull pants on, and we're just walking to get a cup of coffee, and I'm like, this guy gets it. Like, this is me. Love it or not. This is
I'm
me.
old school, and I believe in presentation, and I also like art. So and it's funny because I would have imagined. As a kid, I wouldn't have imagined I'd be looking like this. I had a whole different vision how I would be. And then you evolve, you grow, and then I got the hat where I just don't care. And I saw that people really responded to that. And obviously I had publicists at the time, and they say, people love when you do that, Aaron. You walk into the room and you bring this kind of energy and this joy and this visual experience. And then, and I found I could do it very easily. I can go to, and I shop everywhere. Trust me. I go to the Salvation Army.
I told her that.
I'll go to the dollar store, and I also go to the high-end designers giving me stuff. And things. So there's no shame in my game. I take everything, and then I just have this way of just putting it together. And trust me, I'm surprised. Like I get away with it. I am. I have to tell you, but I'm embraced by especially the top elite of the fashion world, for them to come and up to me and say, wow, you look amazing. And for them to want to take their picture of me. And they're decked out in high-end designer top to bottom, blah, blah. And I'm wearing dollar store Salvation Army Plus design.
Which, like I said, the first time we met, you came right out and I said, Aaron, I got to ask you, man, where do you get some of these outfits, some of the clothes? Because it's great. And you're like, tell you the truth,
everywhere.
I'll go to secondhand stores and all. And I'm like,
everywhere. Like I said, and sometimes I'm just breezing around on an errand doing something, and I see something here and I pick it up and I store it and I pick something up over there. And then when it comes to tonight, obviously I've got to present myself, dress up and look like pop star and Paul, and I kind of throw everything together and it kind of works.
It definitely works. I'm actually, I apologize, I'm kind of scrolling through the history and trying to find the photo of us. So in the meanwhile, Tiffany, hit him with a question. I'll see if I can come up with that photo.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't know if you can see in the screen, I'm getting a little emotional. You are really inspiring me right now when you have this, I don't care. And when you said that song resonated with so many people and it got to your, went #1, I can see why you're just so vibrant and you give off this motivating, inspiring thing. I am someone who cares too much about what people think, and it holds me down. That fear of rejection.
Yeah, you have to remove that. You could be your only judge, and God. It's all about. Do you know what? It's all about taking confidence. If you own it, people will believe it.
Yes. And you are inspiring me to
and that's you have to own it, own it, wear it. Don't be afraid. I mean, obviously you got to make sure you look comfortably good and you feel good. That's important.
Yeah.
But if you own it, people will believe it and own you with it.
Yes.
And that's my motto is. And like I said, I just don't care. I am surprised that I get away with it. And I wear pink and I wear, and I throw everything in the pot. And it's a walking Christmas tree. But there's obviously I have a knack of putting it together. I also know some very, big fashion people who and they will say, Aaron, that doesn't really work, especially Montgomery, as you know. I mean, he's a genius.
Yes.
He never criticizes my fashion. I think I get away with a lot with fashion, but he will criticize my music and he'll tell me this, that needs to go or do this. But fashion wise, he leaves me be. So obviously I'm doing something right fashion-wise.
He's also very funny. I caught your interview the other night, and some of the little quips that he put in there just had me.
Oh,
rolling.
he's hilarious.
He's
He's
hilarious.
a hilarious person and a very good guy. Just an amazing guy. And sometimes I've known him for a couple of years now, and we're on our fourth or fifth project together. And I remember when the first project, I remember being afraid to ask him. He's not going to work with me, And I threw it at him. Something like I said, Tiffany, about I don't care. You have to kind of take that attitude. Well, if he says no, you don't care.
Mm-hmm.
All he can say is no or yes. If he says yes, bingo. If he says no, okay, next, move on. And I asked him. I think he was on a plane to London. And I called him, and because we'd met and had dinner, blah blah blah, and we kind of kept in contact. And then I called him up. I said, "Will you do this song? I have this song, this fashion song, and it needs this kind of big fashion person to kind of, sit on top of the song and as a crown of fashion, and then for me to do my part." And instantly he said yes. He heard my idea, loved it, and next thing I know, he's sending his vocals out, and I'm mixing and producing it, and we made this beautiful, this amazing fashion video. We had the who's who of New York in there, from Michael Musto to George Wayne. We got to film it at FIT, which is the Fashion Institute in New York City. This video was spectacular. And I was thinking at the time, little me I'm working with these people, and they're all in my video. I'm sitting next to Montgomery Fraser, who fused fashion and music together back in the days of MT, dressed Madonna. Worked with this person, that person. There's little me from London, in this big fashion arena and being embraced by it from what I do. So that was an amazing experience, and I'm so grateful that I know these people, And then I got to work with Dr. Dre. I had him on the show.
Yes,
we did a song together, and that went viral. We filmed the video in a beauty salon in Pelham, and next day the story's gone viral. And I think, I've got Dr. Dre, and he's working with me. I've worked with Michael Musto. It's a huge. We have a song together. We haven't released that one yet, but. To think, and I get calls of the people that I want to work with you, and these are big names, Yeah. And I'm very blessed, and I obviously somehow have something. One of these people want to do that with me, and I never get turned down. But it's by taking the I don't care attitude, just going for the gut. So go for it.
I love it, and that's it was funny because I remember just like in the past, and to keep reaching out to you, and Jules says, you can always ask Aaron. I'm like, yeah, but he's so busy. Because you got a huge plate, but
yeah, right, yeah.
I like having you that much. I'm just, anymore. I'm just like, hey, Aaron, how about it? And you're never saying no. You never turn me down. You're always
proud. We have a history, and I've always had, and I know the support you give me, and the show has given me over the years. Absolutely, and I'm really probably actually my downfall, not you, but sometimes it's very hard for me to say no. And I do get bashed on the head when you can say no, Aaron. But I remember the people that remember me, and support me, and I'm very big on that.
It's excellent. I don't know if you're a big. As I said, we've had coffee. I don't know if you're really a cocktail guy, but me and
I have one here, and I haven't taken a sip.
Me and a couple of friends of mine are starting a tap room, brewery, kind of beer place here in PA. When we open, I'd love you to come down, and you don't need not to perform. Just come, have a seat, have a cocktail.
Let's do it. Let's schedule it. Let's book it. Let's make a date of that. Absolutely, I would love to. I know we spoke about that in the past. I remember I was going to do it for Jules' wedding, right?
Yes.
I remember we had that conversation, but that didn't materialize. I think COVID kicked right in and kind of threw everything off. But absolutely, let's actually lock that down and do that. I promise you.
Come to Virginia Beach too.
Everywhere. But you know what, Jeff is first in line because we have spoken about that before.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm going to come up there,
and you'd have to come up.
Come down here.
Yeah, you'd have to. Absolutely, it'd be a pleasure, my honor and pleasure.
Once this all nonsense goes
away,
there
seems to be some light at the end of the tunnel.
We're getting there. We're definitely getting
there. I had my vaccine. So yeah, I'm good. And there's some life coming back into the game, and also even like I said, as an artist now, the wheels start churning again. You start back on the grind, doing the shows and putting the new projects out there. So, and this week has actually been a very busy week. I've got another big one tomorrow. So this week has been, as coming back, especially with releasing, putting out Dragon's Blood. It's been a nice, perfect timing, basically.
And that was a little bit of my fear having to change days on it, because I know you line yourself up and everybody tries to get a piece of the Aaron Paul experience. So when I moved you back and you said no problem, it was a
No
huge
problem.
sigh of relief.
No problem. No, it would. You just all you're doing is ruining my Netflix tonight. So,
Well,
that's all
every night here is a Netflix night. You got to come to. I tell you what, when you come to PA, make a weekend of it. One night we'll spend at the brewery having cocktails. The next night, you and my wife can park on the TV because she's a Netflix junkie. Does never put it sit down. Never.
Which she could teach me, because there's like this. I've been under a stone for years because I've been working, like I said. So I'm finding all these new, shows and series and stuff, and I'm like, where have I been? I'm like, these are so great, and I love them, and I binge them all night and all day, and I'm been in heaven.
She'll teach you, and she makes these fantastic like homemade dips, and
All right, absolutely.
Yum.
it's an experience.
Okay,
all the time.
so we'll lock the weekend in, absolutely.
Excellent.
And then you could take me shopping.
as long as you got an open mind and you don't care where we go.
I do. I will have an open mind. I think it would be so much fun.
Because I'll find some little, no one even wants to look at, and I'll go in. Trust me, I'll go in there and I'll find a treasure chest of stuff, and I'll come out with bags full. That's how I roll.
It's absolutely amazing. So some of the new hits that are out, as I said, Dragon's Blood, Behind the Painted Face, a remix of Latchmere's Child, which I did play earlier. We're going to try and get to that one later. We got a lot of it lined up.
That's a very special song, and it actually touches on a very sensitive subject about child abuse.
Okay.
And it's another kind of. What would you call it? Dark and beautiful. What did you call it? Hauntingly dark.
Hauntingly beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I mean, I have this wailing. It's kind of a bluesy, but electronic, and it has this wailing guitar, and it's another emotional, heartbreaker, because it's about my personal experience being sexually abused as a child, and I'm actually currently in a investigation case in the UK about it, because other people have come forward, and now finally we'll get our day in court, the guy that did it to us. And that's what the song's about. Latchmere's Child, that was the name of my school, Latchmere School. So the title of the song is called Latchmere's Child.
Yes. And like I said, despite it all, despite any setback you may have or things that may twist,
You have to keep
COVID,
going. You have to
anything,
dust yourself up and just keep going.
you do. And I told Tiffany, by the time you're done talking to Aaron, your chest is going to be out the here just filled with love and positivity, because you're always amazing. I hate to cut it short. As always, I said we can do it all night. It's www.aaronpaulmusic.com, Instagram at Aaron Paul Music, Twitter at @paulmusic, Facebook at Aaron Paul. The new hits again: Dragon's Blood, Behind This Painted Face, and Latchmere's Child, a new remixed update, which is absolutely perfect. You can check them out on YouTube. Watch the videos like you saw here. We're going to play one later on tonight as well. Apple, Spotify, anywhere you find music, you will find Aaron Paul, our terrific guest. Aaron, I'm going to ask you a silly question. Can we have you back again? Can we do it again sometime?
Always a pleasure. Anytime. Anytime. We're going to lock down that weekend like we spoke about. Absolutely.
That would be terrific. Ladies and gentlemen,
1,000,000%. And a pleasure.
And applause, as always. Aaron, have a great night, and we'll talk to you very soon. As always, a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you. Good night.
Thank
Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I love him. Tiffany, I absolutely love the amazing positivity of Mr. Aaron Paul. Like I said, by the time he's done, you just feel so fresh.
I don't know if you saw, I had tears, Jeff. Like
You
tears.
did. And he
I was like, Tiffany, hold it together, because I was just feeling just so inspired and so loved, and just
in the best of ways, he puts you on a terrific emotional roller coaster in good ways, because the stories are like kind of, some of them bring tears, but it's tears of, oh man, like I want to be as strong as Aaron. And the positive stories, like, man, that's great. I want to be like, every story he tells, in the back of my mind, I think I need to be a little bit like Aaron.
Yeah, well, I mean, I every day I'm getting better with it, but I do have a fear of rejection, and I worry too much about what people think about me, and just to see him go, I don't care. And I think that's why so many people just gravitate towards him, because we could feed off of that. Like, for a moment when I was talking with him, I felt like I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
It felt like, wow, like this is great. And then I need to use that to care. I'm probably gonna be messaging him now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I need some good vibes, it's just like, I'm just so grateful that we had this moment to talk with him. He's just amazing, incredible human being.
He is always busy too,
Absolutely
so you got to
wonderful.
make sure you get in on it. Again, www.aaronpaulmusic.com, Instagram at Aaron Paul Music, Twitter A Paul Music, Facebook Aaron Paul, and of course on YouTube, like the great video we just played, Dragon's Blood, Behind His Painted Face, Latchmir's Child, and tons of other great songs. Some make you dance, some make you think, some make you cry, but that is the magic of Aaron Paul. Always a pleasure. I believe this is our 5th time, and thousands of people will always end up viewing him every time he comes on. So make sure you check out the replay if you're not catching it live.
And he said a word tonight that I'm going to start adding to my vocabulary from now on, Jeff. Razzmatazz.
I like Razzmatazz.
Razzmatazz. I love it.
He's Razzmatazz. Everything about him
is.
is Razzmatazz. He's very energetic and terrific. And I'm glad you got to be here tonight. Of course, like I said, we miss Jewel, but the fact that you got on here to meet Aaron, and you've been lucky. You've gotten to meet some of the biggies. Susie Corey, somebody very emotionally attached to us. Aaron Paul.
Yes.
So, we're warming you up. And we're going to do something new tonight that you've never done. I don't think you've ever had one of our local people come on and promote anything.
No.
Okay, that's great. So we're going to do it. And we normally do a segment. We call it Lookout Local, which is kind of local business. But we also do charity stuff. And tonight we are doing some fundraising talk and charity work with a person that I met a few months ago. And I just love this person. I think she's awesome. Just a very infectious smile and warm attitude and personality. And she is part of the Pennsylvania Restaurant and Lodging Association as well. They got a big fundraiser coming out with great raffle baskets, and she's going to explain everything to us. I'm going to put the links down the bottom as well as she talks. I'm going to put them up first so I don't forget.
Well,
there it is. So check
charity
the
is
scroll down the bottom.
something that's near and dear to my heart, so I'm excited to talk with her.
Absolutely. Let's bring her on. She's been backstage for quite a while, making sure she got in and enjoying the show behind the scenes. I hope she doesn't see everything behind the scenes because despite this cute outfit here, I do have sweatpants on. So let's hope she didn't see that part. Let's bring out the lovely Miss Liz Bailey. Liz, good evening.
Hi. Hello. Thank you so much for having me. The feeling's mutual, Jeff. I am so thrilled that we met and have formed the relationship that we have working and personal. And I am happy to meet you, Tiffany. And I want to piggyback off of what you said earlier and just say what an outstanding guest I'm following today. I was glad I finished up with work a little bit early and was able to catch the show and hear Aaron Paul speak. Truly inspirational. So thank you for having me and following such a great guest.
Absolutely. And one of the things that made me very happy when you had told me about the raffle coming up, the timing of it is perfect because the tickets do go on sale today for the raffle and the charity. And I'm like, wow, I can get Aaron Paul, who's a great lead-in and very inspirational, and then bring you on afterwards and talk about the terrific work you're doing. So give us a few minutes, if you will, to explain the raffle, the fundraiser, what you got going on, because it's fantastic. I'm just proud to be a part of it.
Well, I'm happy to explain and be representing a great collaboration of local businesses because we really have a wide assortment of groups that got involved. I do serve on the board of the Pennsylvania Restaurant and Lodging Association. So that is what this was put together for. This is for our Bucks Montgomery County chapter. And so what we wanted to do was really kind of get a fundraiser going where we could also help market and boost some business for some of these hospitality workers that have not been able to enjoy a steady income and were really devastated by 2020. So we're raising money for 2 causes, and one of them is called HARP. So that is the Hospitality Assistance Response of Pennsylvania. And then the other one is for the Pennsylvania Restaurant and Lodging Association's Educational Scholarship Foundation. So they give grant money to students who are looking to go into hospitality careers.
Awesome.
But the HARP Foundation has been awarding grant money. They specifically got started with this during the pandemic to aid hospitality workers who were displaced, out of business, not working the number of hours that they were used to, and we're keeping that going strong. We've raised over $425,000.
Wow.
We've given away grant money for these, and we want to keep it going strong. So every individual is eligible for up to a $250 grant. And when you've got bills that didn't stop when the income did, like that's, I'm sure, been a break for them. So we want to keep that going. There are still so many people that are not back into work like they were before. There's still a lot of banquet servers out of work, and the list goes on. So that's the purpose of it. We put together 6 baskets, and I guess I'll just kind of go through each one of them a little bit and describe them.
I'll tell you what, I have, if you want to start this describing, and if you can see it, I'll show pictures of them.
Awesome.
I actually put pictures up, and let's start out with one that's close to your heart. Let's start out with the awesome Chickies and Pete's basket. Let's tell everybody a little something about this one.
Okay, well, that's actually where I'm streaming live from right now.
I noticed.
I'm in our outdoor tent here at Chickies. I've got the place to myself right now as it cooled down a little bit, but we do still keep our towers going, so I'm feeling nice and warm. But we have trivia every Thursday night, so we had trivia going on earlier, and that goes from 7:30 to 9:30. So I took a break and came inside once we got that set up. And this Chickies and Pete's basket has a mix of some glassware. It has a $50 Chickies and Pete's gift card in it. We've got a nice Flyers ice bucket in there, Chickies and Pete's t-shirt. But we wanted to make this like a family fun basket because a couple of the other ones are baskets of cheer and for adult winners only. So this one includes 4 passes to Sky Zone along with their jump socks and some bracelets. And a dear coworker through the PRLA was kind enough to donate that. She just recently became the general manager of the Chalfont Sky Zone.
Oh, wow.
So that's Ariel Klaus, and she's been working on this fundraiser committee with me. We also have a beer run coming up in June that she is taking entrance for, and so you'll hear some more about it, and maybe we'll be back to talk about that. I would love to. So that's our first basket.
That one is terrific. I love it. I know, and I kind of joke around, say it's close to home, and then I see you got the sign in the background. You can actually see the Chickies and Pete's of Warrington sign in the background, and that's where I met Liz from doing some great business.
Yes.
I'm gonna save the best for last, Liz. I know you know what I'm talking about. This next one we have is beautiful as well. Looks like one from Red Robin.
Yes. So one of the regional managers from Red Robin, Ghassan Musa, put this together, and he really surprised me with all the odds and ends in this basket. So there is a wide assortment. He's got some grill kits in there. He's got Red Robin seasoning for burgers, and then there's also a wireless Bluetooth speaker in there, and just a lot of fun stuff. As well as a Red Robin $50 gift card. But what you might not see pictured, there are 2 more $50 gift cards that accompany this basket. So one is to the Farmhouse Tavern in Doylestown.
Wow.
And that's owned by our Bucks chapter president, Tim O'Leary. And the other one is for a business right up the street, Pat's Select Grill and Pizza. They keep some Loso beers on taps, and I am a fan of theirs. They have a great brunch. So I kind of look at this as like the ideal date basket. If you want like 3 meals, you've got like a great option for like a brunch, lunch, and a dinner date. But also very family friendly too. The under 21 crowd could throw in for this one and win it. I will say all of the rest of the baskets are for the over 21 crowd, and we are going to require that somebody to collect them would have to show valid ID.
That makes sense. Definitely keep it safe. The next one here looks like it's Resurgent, and a couple of nice liquors and glassware.
Yes. So this was Chris Halbert put this basket together for us, and we've got a rye whiskey in there, a bourbon whiskey, and then another bourbon whiskey that is 100 proof in there. That glass and that nice basket comes with it. And then that contains a $50 gift card to Hopscotch in Doylestown. So from what I gather, Chris also moonlights as a bartender there on Sunday nights, but he also works with Revivalist Gins. And I know they do some gin tastings Saturday afternoons with some of those spirits and some mixed cocktails. I'm looking forward to getting a visit there. I wouldn't mind winning that one.
I got to tell you, Liz, you and I could definitely tour these places together. And, just call it research and marketing research, if you will.
Take the show on the road. And just, yeah.
I am absolutely loving it. Some beautiful baskets so far. The next one here, I believe, is a winery. I believe that is
Cardinal Hollow.
Cardinal Hollow. Okay. Cardinal Hollow.
Boyd's Cardinal Hollow. So that's owned by Christopher Boyd. And he put this basket together for us. And just want to make sure there's a couple different bottles in there. I think there's about 4 bottles total. There's a whiskey mead, 2 wines, and a sparkling Chardonnay, along with a lot of fun wine stuff, coasters, napkins, koozies. So yeah, that's a fun one.
Awesome. The next one, this one looks great. I may have to get some tickets for this. Boardroom Vodka. This looks gorgeous. Explain this one.
I'm happy to explain this one because I have been a Boardroom Spirits fan since I got put onto it when I first joined the PRLA. One of the first events I attended was actually in their tasting room. And I revisited them over Valentine's recently for a cocktail workshop. And so you bought tickets, you got to make a couple drinks, you got to taste what you made, drink what you made, and then everybody under the cost of the ticket got to pick out a bottle to take home with them. So I picked that Engineer that's included in this basket, along with, they have a bottle of their vodka included in the basket, 4 cans of their vodka soda, cranberry lime flavor I think is in there. They're now selling canned mules. So I'm anxious to try those, but there's some hidden stuff in there too. There's like a 3/4 zip women's pullover and a palm hat, some chocolates. But that Engineer is probably one of my favorite, like old fashions in a bottle. That's what that is. They use their Northbound bourbon that they make. And so you really don't need much more than ice. Pour it over, and it's got a nice, like, smoky flavor to it. Excellent. Highly recommend it.
Sounds great. It's a beautiful looking basket. The last one is close to home. It looks beautiful. Of course, for those of you who don't know, we're very close here with Loso Brewing Company, and it's a business that I'm a piece of. Liz and her terrific staff there is more than kind to really help us sell our beer and pump out our beer. And we have a new one arriving tomorrow as well. Our watermelon wheat beer will be there as well. And I can't thank you and Rocco enough for being just so great for us. So, of course, we were more than happy to contribute as well to this final basket. Explain this one for us. And make sure you really sell it. Okay.
Well, you see the glaring Loso logo all over the place, and yes, that is intentional. You're contributing the T-shirts was awesome. It rounded off a nice beer ensemble that we had put together. So highlighted in that are the 2 4-packs of Loso Bonfire Ale and the Hazy Dragon and IPA. And those are the 2 beers that we carry on taps here at Chickies, and so popular. Everybody just goes nuts over them. So those are 2 of the 4-packs. The other 4-pack that's included is from Iron Hill Brewery. So they have their Philly Special beer in there. That's what's pictured down in the front. Such cool cans. I had never seen those until I started doing this project. And they let me go and just pick whatever beer I wanted when I showed up there. And so I said, well, I want that one. You know, it's a fundraiser that's close to Philly, so let's do this. And yeah, they just have neat little pictures from throughout the city represented on there. And then we got a nice ensemble donated from Sly Fox Brewery. And Sly Fox has been tremendous in contributing to the Harp Foundation right along. And we really appreciate their donations. And then Brown Guys Brewery, another business that I got introduced to through the PRLA to start with. They hosted numerous meetings when we were getting together. They're in Lansdale, and two of my former coworkers work there. I used to work at Movie Tavern in Flowertown, so they're over there. And I love going to visit them, but I love the beer, the food. Brown Guys is great. So they contributed a special case of the 3 beers that you see in the background there. As long as I believe there's one alongside it as well. Sorry, I didn't. But they're Baltic porters, and then the large one off to the side is their bourbon barrel aged Russian Messenger.
Wow.
And that just looks and sounds phenomenal. So yeah, it was a great compilation of Bucks and Mont beers representing this basket. Who wouldn't want to throw in for that?
Agreed. It all looks amazing. I got to ask you, do you have a cheat sheet in front of you? Because you pretty much nailed every product in every basket.
I tried to be a little bit prepared, and this is my first podcast, so I didn't want to forget anything or anybody. And I do want to just circle back and because I know when I was talking about Boardroom Spirits, Robert Burke is the guy that I've been working with from there, and he's phenomenal. Scott Rudich from Round Guys Brewery, like great guy. And I feel so good about promoting these businesses and telling people that these baskets are going to be great because I really believe in these businesses that we're lucky to have in our backyard.
That's terrific. And I would like to take a second and shout out, of course, my partners, Charles Joint, who is our main brewer at Loso Brewing Company, my partner, Joe Beatrice, and, of course, our new partner, Matt DeSantis. So thank you guys for helping me be part of this. Thank you for allowing us to pump it up through the Yo Show. And, of course, Liz, thank you for asking us to be a part of it. It really was an honor. I was flattered. I came in. And I'm going to mention this guy's name because he's mad that you got on the show before he did. But Rocco. And
he's got a mention. He will be happy.
He got him mad. He's like, wait, Liz is going to be on before me? But the goal was to have this one day at Chicky and Pete's, actually bringing the show to you guys and sitting in a booth once COVID ends and talk.
Well, I know one of the goals, we'd like to do the basket drawing here in our tent at Chicky.
Oh, great.
And goal is maybe May 19th is what we were looking at. The sales end officially on May 12th. We were allowed to do this for 30 days. We had to apply for special permits to be able to do the online ticket sales. And so started yesterday on the 14th. It's going to run through till May 12th. And then we're looking to do that pull maybe the week after that. So it'll be a Wednesday. And, we want to be able to invite people to come out and witness it. If they're here and can claim the prize, awesome. If not, we will deliver. We ask for contact information when they do go and buy tickets. So we ask for contact information, and then we would reach out to people and see if, as long as they're in the Bucks or Montgomery County area, we'll deliver the basket right to their doorstep. If they're outside of the area and they want to buy tickets, we don't discourage that. They would just need to come and pick it up, and we would arrange a location.
Excellent. I was going to ask for Tiffany because she's in Virginia Beach. Is she eligible?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, people, and I think one thing that I'm finding too, a lot of people want to buy these tickets because they have someone else in mind to give them to so the Resurgent basket is actually the same basket that they put together and promote for Father's Day. And we will be doing this drawing with enough time for Father's Day. We're going to miss Mother's Day by a little bit, but this is a great idea that if the winner buys it with the intention of a gift, any one of these baskets would make a great gift.
Any of my friends out there, family, etc., that want to buy tickets, the link is down the bottom, or you could find the PRLA page on Facebook. Buy tickets. I would like any one of these as a gift.
Yeah, I don't know if it works if I hold this up and I say so if they go to prla.org, sorry, and they go to events and they go to calendar, whatever date they click on during this time frame is going to bring them right to the page too. So yeah, it's prla.org, then events, then calendar.
Excellent. Yeah, I do have it down the bottom, www.prla.org. It is the Pennsylvania Restaurant Lodging Association, the Bucksmont chapter. It is a raffle benefiting, of course, the Educational Foundation Scholarship and, of course, the HARP Grant Program. It is excellent. Tickets are available right now. The link is there. It's going to sound kind of weird if I read it out, so make sure you see the link. Find it on Facebook. Replay the show. Message me. Message the show. Message Liz. Message anybody. Get your tickets because it's for a great cause. And these baskets are so awesome. You did such an amazing job. And I know you talked to me about it a few months back, and seeing the work done, incredible. I'm really impressed. It looks amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. My question to you is, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to say, you never guessed that this is your podcast because
you're very good.
And I think that's because, your confidence pulls through because of just who you are, your heart, your character. You can tell the passion that you have for this cause. So hats off to you. I can feel just the love, and the people that are going to be benefiting from this are going to be very appreciative. So thank you for all you're doing. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Your delivery is perfect. I'm going to lose this show between Jewel and then bringing in Tiffany as our special guest co-host, and then Liz tonight. I'm going to be out of a show. I'm going to be done here.
Depth is very important. Whenever you want to take time off, depth is very important.
Understood. And I appreciate you taking the time. The setup there looks great. The guys at Chickies and Pete's of Warrington, check them out. Check out the Loso beers, the great menu. You guys got a terrific staff too. I just love you guys. Who is working tomorrow morning? Who's opening? So I know who I'm going to see tomorrow morning.
You're going to see Rocco.
Damn it. Maybe I'll come Saturday. Rocco, we love you, buddy.
I'm coming in it too, but
we love Rocco as well. We love you, Liz. You did a fantastic job. I'm so glad that we put this together and that we could be a part of it. And again, check it out. Check out the replay of the show. Get your tickets. And it's a great cause. And like I said, we want to be there. If not the show, I would like to be there at least. If the basket reveal is done at Chickies, that'd be great. I would love to have a seat. Check that out.
Yeah, well, we will keep you apprised of all the developments, but yeah, that's kind of the plan.
Awesome. Liz, thank you very much for your time, and I will see you very soon. And again, when you have future projects like the one in June or anything that comes up there, feel free to reach out to me, and we will have you back on because this was perfect.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great night, guys.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And a big thank you to Liz. Just a terrific job. She is one of the managers at Chickies and Pete's of Warrington. And like I said, I met her there through Rocco and bringing the beer in there. And she's always just got a big smile on her face, very positive and very courteous. And like you said, she believes in this cause. Yeah. And that's why she drove it home effortlessly, so smooth. And I kind of laughed and said, you got cheat sheet? Because she nailed every person and every basket and every rep. Just outstanding.
I thought she was just a professional at this. But I think, passion for something, it shows through when you believe in something. And she's amazing, an incredible, incredible woman. I'm grateful to have met her.
I agree. I think
try to win some of these baskets.
I think you should. I'm going to look at the tickets and put in for some baskets. I mean, I know I've had my own beer, and even if I win it, I probably would offer it to one of our great friends or etc. But the other ones just look so cool. And I'm glad I put pictures up because you wanted to describe and it made it better with the pictures. So God bless the people at StreamYard to come up with this idea of banners. And of course, there's Chickies and Pete's, one of the big names in town. And even your friend Phil knows a little something about Chickie and Pete's because he gave it a little hoot.
Yeah.
I love great place.
Phil. I know Phil said that you guys each other now. That makes me happy.
Yeah, we do. We became friends, and he's messaged me. We reach out and we talk, and when he was one of the many people that watch regularly that came and said, "Hey, is everything all right with Jewel?" And it's just great that people care that much. Not only do they love the humor, not only do they love the silliness and the stories and the guests, but just deep down inside they care about us, and that means a lot.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
So thank
Got a
you to
great
Aaron,
family.
Paul, and Liz. We really do. Let's see. We're right on the fringe of things. What should we do? Do we do Let's Argue? Do we do a song? We're going to leave it in your lap because I talked through that whole last segment. So,
Well-
Tiffany Mosher, the next call is yours. Would you like another Aaron Paul or would you like Let's Argue?
Let's go, Aaron Paul.
Let's go another Aaron Paul.
Yeah,
Why
let's
not?
go for some Aaron Paul, and then we'll argue after.
The only time you can argue about Aaron Paul is after, because you can't argue during because his stuff
Right.
is fantastic. So another Aaron Paul song. This one is called Behind This Painted Face. He said it's a great, deep message and a great story behind it. Another one of the more hauntingly beautifuls, if you will. A little different approach by Aaron, and I love it. I think it's terrific. I've listened to the song quite a few times today. So we're going to load that up for you. Share the audio. Chrome tab it. Share the page. Blow up the screen so me and Tiffany's face aren't in there. I'm going to sneak off some sushi, probably sing and dance as we bring you another hit from Aaron Paul.
I
Tonight's guest
love
Behind This Painted Face. Oh, I got to get back because I actually am midway through the song. That is a great picture. He looks like he's like stranded, but yeah, it's got a little under control. There we go. All right, so let's play another one from our guest Aaron Paul. We'll be back in a few minutes. Tiffany is going to stare at the screen in amazement again, and I'm going to have a couple pieces of sushi. We'll be right back.
Behind his painted face, I look upon the human race to find a solace in time and space. When I was with you, and you were me. When I was with you, inseparably, two beings as one. And these to split apart once was whole, now half apart. And once again, I'm just a mask of a painted face. Whoa, just a man with a painted face. I am once again a mask with a painted face. Behind this painted face, I thought I knew a life I knew, life I knew that lies in waste. Until we meet again in another time, in another pendulum swing. In another time, in another pendulum swing, I hear the ring of my own heart's bell. Far away did you sail for a land both near and far? Did you stay close to see Orion's star? Her tread so long the guns are near. An oriental beauty did you first hear? A soul so young and immensely hung, yet beauteous in grace. Solid eye you've traced and etched in your mind's core. For deep in love's grasp, so heart so sore, your love was burned. And once again, I'm just a mask of a painted face. Whoa, whoa, just a mask with a painted face. I am once again a mask with a painted face. I see you.
Wow. I see from the look on your face, it is similar to possibly the look on my face. A little bit of a tear there. I'm not going to lie. As
I know, it's like, beautiful.
He talks about
Haunting.
music, hauntingly beautiful.
Wow.
We talk about he talks about movie scores, and that's the first song is kind of the opening of the movie. The next song is like in the middle when something gripping happens, either a loss of a love or a separation or a death or something of that nature. That's what that song and it's beautiful, and it got a little bit of a tear in my eye, and I texted a person or two to just tell them I love them. I did. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, you could just feel his emotions and his voice. The video showed everything so beautifully. I mean, I'm speechless.
You're speechless. I was
You
going to
saw
say
me
you're,
backstage. I was just.
I was going to say you're like absolutely speechless. It was terrific. I ate one piece of
Wonderful.
sushi because I couldn't handle my emotion through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know normally we are the jokesters, the laughers, the prankers. Tonight with Aaron Paul, some deep music that you just love and feel and appreciate. Terrific. Our guest tonight, Mr. Aaron Paul. Thank you to him, and of course, thank you to Liz Bally. Just two awesome people tonight. I feel so good.
Emotionally good.
Exactly. And
Yes. In a good way.
I signed up for something a couple days ago that I'll be doing this Saturday. Of course, we had Kisses for Kyle here, that foundation, that charity around Christmas time. The wonderful Sharon Snyder runs that, and I met Sharon today. I picked up a couple bags of donations for children with cancer in our area, and I'm going to be delivering them on Saturday, and that's just something I'm so excited for, just to make somebody's day, just to be a part of a little piece of their big puzzle, because they do just so many great things. And so it's definitely a feel-good night. It's a feel-good week, and thank you for joining us on it. I usually don't get this emotional.
Maybe it's because Wednesdays for goofiness, Thursdays yo-shows are for the more emotional, heart gripping, and that's okay. I think that's good. People like that.
Yeah, you got to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's try to save a little bit of face here, and we're going to do a segment called Let's Cry. Oh, no, wait, that's not it. It's Let's Argue. That's right.
Yes.
Yes. Let's Argue is one of our regular segments that we love here on the program. What I do every week, and Tiffany, people have been sending me now these in droves. I used to find them on my own. Now people are sending them, tons of them every day, like this one next, and this one next, and this one. And I'm going to get to them all because people are sending us awesome ones, from bagel styles to cereal styles to sandwich styles. You name it, people are sending it, and it's going to come here on the Yo Show. And on my page, it's a little segment we call Let's Argue. And tonight, let's bring up the picture because some of you disappointed me, as always. Some of you did great. You got to eliminate one. One's got to go. It's breakfast foods. It's waffles, pancakes, grits, bacon. Who's getting rid of bacon?
Who doesn't
Sausage.
love breakfast?
Right. Oh, I love sausage, eggs, orange juice, coffee, and apple juice. And real quick, speaking of who doesn't love breakfast, my wife has been on the keto diet. And last night she actually treated me to a keto-friendly recipe of pumpkin-spiced waffles.
Ooh.
And bacon for dinner. You know what? I'm going to do this real
Yeah.
quick before we start. I'm going to find a picture for you, Tiffany, because
Yeah, you did not send me a picture of that.
I know
You
I'm
sent me
getting.
all your food pictures and you did not send me a picture of that. While you're finding your picture, I think I have a suitable mug, a tea mug for this evening. It
I like
says, Virginia is for waffle lovers.
Wow, look at that.
Yes. So we love our waffles.
Uh,
They better not be at the top of the list or I'm going to be mad.
I have different segments of people in my life, all for the best intent. Like Jewel comes on the show and I say, oh, you're like my platonic love. And, my wife is my life partner, my life love. Tiffany is my food love. And we share food pics. Every time we're out to eat, if she's at work, she tells me what she has for lunch. We become like food besties. Here are these beautiful keto waffles, pumpkin spice waffles, and a couple slices of bacon. And I got to tell you, first of all, I could eat breakfast any time of the day. Second of all, those waffles, terrific.
Pumpkin is, I love pumpkin anything, I know that sounds so basic, but especially in a waffle or a pumpkin pancake, it's heaven.
I complain a little bit because I'm not picky about food, but I like food.
Mm-hmm.
So she had like sugar-free syrup and these keto friends. I'm like, oh, this is going to be terrible. She goes, would you please let me make them? I'm like, it's going to be terrible. I'm already shutting it down. And then I put a little bit of butter, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the syrup. And then I put the fork in. I'm taking a bite and I'm kind of nodding. And she's like, well, I'm like, I need another bite. Meanwhile, in my mind, I'm like, wow, these are great.
Yeah, but you gotta keep the tough guy persona. Like, at first you were not committed to the idea, so you gotta
I can't cave that easily, but like, oh, it's delicious.
Women do that too.
Oh, I know that, but it made her very happy.
Uh-huh.
So let's go down the list and see what we got rid of. And we're going to start off with, we always do the lowest and then hit home with the highest. The race for the top was interesting. The race for the bottom is easy. Nobody, I'm very proud of all of you, nobody got rid of bacon or waffles. Well done, my good friends.
We have faith in humanity.
Right, exactly. And if you missed it, I'll show you again. Nobody got rid of bacon or waffles. So proud of my audience. We love you. Next up, one person got rid of pancakes. It was the very first person to answer to it. I'm like, oh, this is really going to get out of control. Somebody said pancakes. Miss Jamie Hewitt, if you're out there watching or if you catch a replay, I'm still mad at you. Pancakes. She's one of the good ones. There's usually a couple people every week that I think purposely jab at me.
It keeps it interesting and fun.
It's
all in good fun.
It is. It's great fun. It's let's argue. And people are like, why do you want to argue? I'm like, no. It's fun. Let's argue. I don't argue.
Oh,
seriously.
I took great pride in putting in when we had the candy one and saying, let's get rid of peanut butter because I knew you were going to come on. And I was like, yes.
That hurt. Yeah, I know you like. I wanted to.
Buttons.
Like, I just wanted to knock on your door and down in Virginia and just eat a Reese cup right in your face. Now, our good friend, Mr. Tim Simmons, who I also do not like to argue with, but he was one of the 4 people that said eggs.
I saw that.
God.
I saw that.
Now,
us
foodies that like our food, what is your favorite type of eggs? How do you eat your eggs? Do you mix it around all the time? You got a certain style you like? What is your egg preference?
I like to mix it up, but most of the time I'll do like a fried egg over medium. Actually, the other morning, I just yelled at you for not sending me a picture, and I didn't send you a picture of my food. But I had this like croissant sandwich thing that had a fried egg and some avocado, some pico de gallo, some cheddar cheese, and it was divine.
Very nice.
So it just depends on my mood, really, what kind of eggs I want.
Our man not choose like scrambled. I like scrambled. I like to go in with a little bit of cheese.
Yeah.
I like a little cheese on my scrambled. So Liz said thank you. The 2 of you were super chill, which put my nerves at ease a little bit. Thank you. We definitely try to make it laid back. One of these times we're going to choose on as a guest. He's like the man.
We do need to bring Nachos on as a guest. I'm so anxious to meet this guy.
He's awesome.
He sounds like so much fun.
The best was the cheesesteak night. He said, "What is a cheesesteak?" And that like just like floored me. I thought that was great. We take it for granted. We like it sounds elementary to us, you know. But
Could you imagine if Nachos comes and gets a cheesesteak and takes that knowledge back to Argentina with him, and then it just just explodes, goes viral in Argentina because of the Yo Show?
that would be incredible.
I mean, that's dreaming big, but
You never
it's
know.
anything is possible, Jeff.
I don't know how old he is, so I don't know if we can go to the bar yet. But you know, if he is, I can't speak English that good. Neither can I. You watch the show, you know I can't speak English that good. We love it, though. We really appreciate you checking us out on Twitch. It's very cool. You get a little more of the hip audience on Twitch, more of the younger generation, and that's very cool as well. So we like to branch out to everybody. If he ever meets us, he'll give us Dolce
Ooh, dulce de
leche.
leche.
Wow. He's 19. He's almost there. You're almost
In
American legal.
Argentina, is that drinking age in Argentina?
Yeah, he said he can drink here.
See?
Yeah, it's
there
18.
you go.
Lucky. I got to go there and have a drink with my man. Bring some Loso beer.
There you go.
Whew. Next on the list, 5 people actually got rid of sausage. 5.
You know, maybe they just don't like the sausage. I mean, you know,
I'm
clearly
afraid
they
I
don't
may-
if they're trying to get rid of it.
Could be. Whew, that took
I
a
mean,
great
you know,
turn.
so it depends on the kind of sausage because it's like the patties I think taste better than the links. This is just going south, isn't it?
Yeah, do you like the shorter links or do you like a real big link? Like,
I like the big round the sausage patty. Oh,
oh,
I'm
man.
blushing, Jeff. Oh my goodness.
I know you'll wait till you watch it again. Like wait till you watch the replay. You're like, did I really just?
Did I
do that?"
really
I did
say
it all.
that?
I did it
I
all the time.
really was starting with the food, and then it just went south.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's mostly for entertainment. The other night I was rewatching, and I mentioned this episode a lot. I was rewatching the episode with Brianna Dale, and I mean she's very boom and just a very sexy woman. And that was the night. Like we had a lot of drinks, we were doing shots, and you know she got up at the end and did a shake, and I was like, God, her boobs are just incredible. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what am I doing here? Send all complaints to Tiffany Mosher, care of the Ocean. All right, let's get back on track, if I can, because 6 of you suckers said orange juice. This hurts. Orange juice is so pure. What's wrong with orange juice? How are you going to have mimosas without orange juice?
True. I'm not a big juice fan, so I'm okay with this. Although I do like a good fresh from the orange, fresh squeezed orange juice. That's good.
I'm sorry. Pretty much every word out of your mouth now is going to make me laugh, and some kind of dirt. And you said freshly squeezed. And let's get back on track.
Back on track.
Yeah, all right, because now it's time to get mad.
Oh,
Serious time.
okay.
Because 13 of you chumps picked coffee.
Hallelujah. Yay, I agree with them. Because you know me,
Really?
I don't like coffee.
You're a tea girl.
I'm a tea girl. Yep, I don't like coffee, so I can't be mad at this.
A few people have said it's tea over coffee.
Mhm.
One of our good friends at the show, Mark Zamaro, Mark does all our hockey stuff. He is a hockey wizard. But his wife shared just this cutest little made-up story about how me and Coffee used to be in a great relationship and things went south and we're not together anymore. And I'm now happily involved with tea. And it was just like the cutest thing. But she's now a tea drinker. She got off coffee as well. But, man, I can't start the day without coffee. I will drink tea. But I'm, with my coffee and my tea, the same. I like a little cream. I like a little sugar. I like, it's like a treat for me.
Yeah, I love the smell of coffee. I
Yes.
love the smell of coffee, but I cannot do the taste of it. I don't know.
Wow.
See,
You
all
even
the way
have
from-
you even have a little bit of a southern accent with you got kind of a coffee,
Do I?
a little bit.
Coffee.
I'm like, coffee. Yeah,
Coffee.
coffee.
With my hat.
I know, right? We kept the hats on. It's an Aaron Paul night. You wear your hats on Aaron Paul night.
Yeah.
Now, the top two, Yeah, I get both of these. Tiffany and I both picked apple juice. Come on.
Bye.
Come on. Like,
Bye,
that's.
apple juice.
Like, what are we, 5?
Right. Right.
Apple juice for
Like-
breakfast.
No.
No disrespect to anybody that likes apple juice. I can drink an apple cider. I like a nice apple cider.
I do like apple cider. Yes.
I don't like apple juice.
In the fall only. Apple cider in the fall, preferably warm. Like a nice warm hot apple cider.
Over at
And then
the.
you add a little crown apple in it. Hot
Ooh,
toddy.
see,
Yeah.
that's what I
See,
like
I'm-
about you. You're
Yeah.
adventurous. Around the corner is Steyer's Orchard. It's an apple orchard, and they make apple cider donuts.
Oh.
I mean, mind blowing.
Yes,
I used to
that
work with
sounds
I used to work with a girl who every time she needed a favor from me would kind of disappear, go get them. Like, oh, Perini, look, I got apple cider donuts. Clever. Of course, that's my
Yeah.
weakness. That's my weakness. That and beer, and sports, and women
Cheesesteak.
shaking their- women shaking their boobies. Cheesesteak. Oh, cheesesteak. I saw Phil sent me a picture of the cheesesteak place that he said he's got to get you to. I forgot
Yeah.
the name of it. We'll look it up. We'll get it. But my man Phil, on fire. And bars.
Like juice.
let me back up. My number one weakness is bars.
Bars.
Definitely number one. I just something about, man, and me and Tiffany talked about something about the jukebox and your favorite cold beer and just getting people. And you go to the regular bars, like we got the regular one, the Humeville Inn I like going to. You see a lot of people that you're familiar with, and you just get to talk and catch up and drink. And the other night we went on a Tuesday night. We had some wings. We met our buddy Jeff there. Me and my wife went, and then I came home to Talk Creative to me with a little buzz on. So wonderful.
Nice.
Number one, no surprise here. And if you're out there or you watch the replay, don't send me hate mail about they got to be made a certain way. If you live in a certain area, you get it. No, it's a big, ugly mush potato known as grits.
Yeah, I like grits. I have to be in the mood for them though, and they're not my number one choice.
No, I would get.
So I can.
I got rid of apple juice first. I probably could, if I was starving, I could probably tolerate a grit, but I'm not a grit fan.
I like them sweet. I like the sweeter side than the more savory ones. Like I know people love like shrimp and grits and the savory. I like it with some sugar. And I'm all right if I'm in the mood for it.
I think you're in the mood for it, all right? You're trying to get a little saucier there. I like a little sugar
Sugar.
with my big long sausage. I got to looking at something real quickly just to make sure I can get the name on here before we go. Which we're not going to go quite yet. We might run a little past 10. I don't know if that's okay with you, Tiffany. I know you do have an early rise every morning.
Mm-hmm.
And we did fall a little behind tonight on a good note. But everything was just going so well.
I can't believe it's already almost 10 o'clock. It feels like it doesn't feel like it's been 2 hours.
Feels like it has flown by tonight.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's funny because Aaron's like, oh, I know Aaron talks a lot, but it's great because it makes the time go so fast. It feels like it's boom and it's over. But
I
it's
love
also,
listening to him talk though. So it's like I don't even mind. I'll sit there and just listen to him talk.
same here. The accent's great. Like I was out today with my buddy and he's like, British. He's like, what those, hello, love. I'm like, no, it's not real thick. It's like, because he's got kind of like a sexy way that he talks, a kind of a sassy delivery and has a little accent in there. It's very cool.
It is. I just love him.
I do. I love him.
Videos more.
He's my male platonic love.
Aww.
My man Aaron Paul. Quickly, we're not going to get too married to topics. We're not going to do the short guy shorts thing. That's Jules. We're saving that for Jewel. Real quickly, I heard the story. Model Chantel Giacolone. This was bizarre. Several years back, she ended up a quadriplegic. And when I first read the headline, she had a pretzel, got sick, and sued for $30 million. I'm like, what? But then you read the article. Apparently, the pretzel was filled with peanut butter. She has a massive peanut allergy. It went to her brain and actually crippled pretty much her entire body. This is a tragic story. She's pretty much only communicates now by blinking her eyes. Did you check this story out? Are you floored by this? Is there, do people take for granted what's in food?
I did see the article, and given I can't remember exactly what it was, but that a friend had given to her that had the peanut and that it had the peanut butter, and honest mistake.
Yeah.
But where the controversy then lies is, if I'm recollecting the article, it's been since I read it, but I think there was neglect on behalf of the EMT. Was it something like that?
Yeah,
She
there was
wasn't treated properly for the anaphylactic shock, or the anaphylactic shock got, and so it's just such a tragic thing, just trying to enjoy some food like you and I do.
Yeah.
And it goes to show that life is short, and you never know.
You just don't know. Something as bizarre as that. I mean, it sounds simple, but it's a pretzel. But the allergies, and a lot of places now, you go to a lot of restaurants and buy a lot of food. It'll say on there, if you are susceptible to allergies, ...
Yeah.
And I guess as a friend, you don't know. I don't know a lot of my friends' allergies. My wife swore for years she was allergic to almonds. Turns out she's not. We don't know, and it's scary. Very scary. And that's a terrible story. They said now she only communicates by blinking her eyes. It's horrible.
It's also one of those things that you don't know you have the allergy until sometimes it's too late.
Right.
You find out, you don't know if you're allergic to bees until you get stung by one. And then then that's how you react. I know, when they haven't gotten stung by a bee yet, but it runs in my family, that's a severe allergy. So I'm just like, I get tense thinking about it. Like, it skipped me. I don't have that, but what if they do? Well, I know how to, and it's to be mindful of these things, when you're just trying to enjoy something. You just see a pretzel that looks like a normal average pretzel, and her life is now completely changed. And it's a terrible tragedy.
Exactly. And like I said, Jules sent me the story, and I looked, look at the headline, and that's where a lot of people go wrong nowadays. You look at the headline, you're like, what? And then you read it, and you're like, whoa, my God. So
yeah,
terrible. Apple, I know you and I are Apple people. Apple's latest software update, which is due out next, aims more at privacy, owner privacy, and adware. So, like, it happens to me all the time. I'm on eBay, and I'll type in a certain baseball card or something. Next thing I know, every site I go on is flooded with baseball card ads. Yeah. I would like this privacy thing. A lot of the advertisers, Facebook has even stepped up and said they're not a big fan of it because it's, basically taking away a big deal of advertising. Are you for it, or are you against it?
I would more privacy. I haven't even noticed that there's I don't even Google search. I just talk about, my coworkers and I sitting and talking about something, and then it shows up in my Facebook all of a sudden.
Yes.
And I'm like, it just feels like an invasion of privacy, that how do they know? It just makes you wonder, like, is anything safe? Is anything private anymore? Can you just no, it's not.
I know.
I'm all for it. I get they need to advertise, but I think there's marketing in other ways, just infiltrating your personal Facebook page.
I agree.
Yeah, when I see those things, it more so freaks me out than makes me want to buy the.
It definitely does, and I fear for your Facebook page tomorrow after hearing you talk about your desire for big, long sausage. So God only knows what's going to come up on your Facebook page. That's going to be a sight to see.
Oh, my, I know, because my phone is like right here. So we'll see what happens. Oh, my gosh. If anything does happen, I'm going to take a screenshot and send it to you. You know that.
No, I don't want to see Britney Spears in bikinis.
Good luck with that.
I'm setting my phone up for failure. Goodbye to Shameless. This one hurts. The Showtime excellent series, Shameless, the dysfunctional TV show that basically made me feel better about myself and every move I ever made. One of the great characters show, Big Kev, the bar owner Big Kev, played by Steve Howie, was a 2-time guest on our show. Awesome human being. Great show, great cast. Yeah, he said they're always very tight-knit. Were you a Shameless fan? I watched it. I actually did not see the last 2 seasons. I fell behind. Somebody already gave me the spoiler of the ending. How about you?
Yeah. Well, I am a huge fan of the show. I have not caught this final season because I'll wait for it to come on Netflix. Frank Gallagher is just an amazing all-around. He keeps you on your toes. The things that he comes up with and says. I mean, William H. Macy could not have done a better job at that character. He's just someone that you just cannot. You're just like you can't grasp what can possibly go on in his head next, and it always keeps you guessing. And I mean, all of the actors in that show, amazing, incredible. It's so dysfunctional, but in a great, wonderful way, and a wonderful escape from reality. I love the show, and I'm anxiously awaiting for the final season to be released on Netflix so I can watch.
Awesome. I won't tell you. There's 2 spoilers. One is actually show related, and one is actually something that didn't happen, and I won't. I heard it already, although I'll probably still catch it. And again, our man Steve Howie, who plays Big Kev, awesome. So
if you ever have him on the show again, let me know.
I'm trying, especially now that we do video, like the ladies. I mean, come on.
It would be hard not to fangirl like I did for Susie Corey. And have to watch my face.
like I said, we both times it was audio, and I fan geeked out through audio. Like, I mean, I can admit it. He's a stud. I'm a heterosexual male that loves my females, but he's a cutie. He is. He probably is the second best looking person that's ever been on the Yo show.
I had a little crush on him back when he was on the Reba show.
Oh, he was great on Reba. I used to closet love that show.
And he plays, and he has that same ditzy character in Shameless. That's what I loved so much about it.
Yeah, he plays it very well. And good guy. I did hear that he's now single.
Really?
Yeah, he was married. I believe he's now single. So, ladies.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, back off me for a couple days and go check out some Steve Howie.
Steve Howie.
A story I enjoy very much. Of course, we all know about anybody that's an NBA fan or just a fan of anything sports related or news, of course, knows about the passing of the legendary Kobe Bryant. He will be inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame in May, and he will be presented, of course, by the great Michael Jordan. Terrific story. Jordan, of course, was Bryant's hero. Bryant went on to have a tremendous NBA career. Local PA guy here, Lower Merion. And the tragic death, of course, a couple years ago in a helicopter accident, him and his daughter. So Jordan will be doing the introductions at the Hall of Fame. I don't know how much you get into sports. I don't know if you know a whole lot about Kobe Bryant, but this has got to be a pretty touching story. I like this.
Yeah, it's very well deserved. And for Michael Jordan to be presenting it, I think that's amazing. I grew up watching the Chicago Bulls were my team. So that was, I grew up watching basketball, more so a football fan, more baseball, but basketball is fun to watch. And, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and his daughter. And I think it's wonderful that Michael Jordan is going to be presenting that.
I think it's going to be tremendous. I think it's going to steal a great portion of the show. I think a lot of it's going to be focused on that, because when Jordan did his own speech, it was terrific, and it just got such a reaction, and it went on for quite a while. So now he'll come back around, and to me, Jordan's the best of all time. And then he's going to be inducting one of the also top best of all time. And the Chicago Bulls team, you'll never see anything like that again. In my eyes, that's the epitome of it.
The 90s awesome. Chicago Bulls, yeah.
Yeah, that's a one of a kind. That's about it. We'll cut loose on the topics. I know we're talking about meme, our new meme piece. I forgot what it's called already. Oh, Meme Me, which would be a new segment. We'll maybe start it next week. And we're going to meet together this week. I know we'd be busy. And again, we'll call out to people. Send us your favorite memes. Funny stuff. No political stuff. Funny stuff.
I love memes.
I love memes too. And
I
I'm
love
I'm excited for the segment. And last week we had a big blast about it. Jewel and our intern Duck were just talking about them. And they had a couple of rough topics. Apparently Jewel and Duck every day talk about their favorite meme of the day. So that's pretty cool.
There's so many great ones. I'm excited that you're adding this to the show.
Me too. I like segments, and some of our great podcast friends like, what I like about your show? It's kind of like a tribute to old school radio because you do segments, which are very cool, and the delivery and just the laid back atmosphere, and we thank you for it. We love it. We love you.
Well, if I come across any good ones, I'll send them your way.
We definitely would appreciate that. Let's talk about what's coming up. So next Wednesday, the 21st, Jewel has decided it's going to be my birthday celebration with a mystery guest. We do not know who. At least I don't know who. Jewel knows who.
I'll drag it out of her. But I'm not telling you.
Yeah, I'm sure you won't. And I appreciate it. I love a good surprise.
Yeah.
So that is coming up. And last year on my birthday was pretty awesome. My birthday show last year, Jewel, not by playing for my birthday, but she ended up with Blake Lewis from American Idol, the beatboxer, who was terrific. And we got a lot of view on that, and he was awesome. And then our dear friend from the Pennsylvania Pole Dance Academy, Emily Cipriano, came on and did a special little pole dance for my birthday.
Wow.
Yes.
How do you top that?
And we'll find out. We'll find out Wednesday night. I'm very excited. I get giddy for. I get shy about attention and I blush a little bit, but I do like being the man of the hour too.
Yeah. It's all about you. It's your birthday.
You damn right. Jewel's gonna have a plethora of ladies coming on to sing happy birthday to me. Anyway, and the 28th, I might throw my own birthday bash. So the next couple weeks is going to be about Jeff's birthday here on the Yo Show. We just got this new one. I did not even put his picture up, and it's a shame because this guy's a total stud as well. This one's for the ladies. May 5th, a very popular actor and producer and director, Enzo Zoloki, is going to be on our show May 5th. Tiffany, this guy is a stud. I'm telling you, the ladies are going to be jumping at this one. Enzo, very cool. Brought to us by one of our great PR firms, Jessica Katz, and her PR firm reached out. So Enzo has just been announced for May 5th. It was Cinco de Mayo, so I was wondering what to do, and I'm like, let's get a guest.
Cinco de Mayo, so you can have tacos for dinner ahead of time, drink margaritas during the show.
And have a little Italian around 8:30. Me and two Italian studs at 8:30. Me and Enzo on the Yo Show.
Gonna bring out your Italian accent too, like I know you
have
got it in there somewhere.
I actually don't. Like the only Italian that doesn't.
Better practice. Start practicing.
Forget about it. No, that's American Italian. I'll probably wear my Italy T-shirt that night too.
Yeah.
But that's May 5th. May 12th, we have a great one as well. As I always like to joke around, bring a little culture to the Yo Show. We have a beautiful young lady who is a professional violinist, and her name is Liz Kitts. And Liz will be with us on May 12th. Very excited for violin and classical style music. We had the Femmes of Rock on a couple of years ago, and they're rock violinists, another great group of ladies. But I'm very excited for Liz, and I reached out to her. I found her on Facebook, heard some of her pieces, and she's like, wow, really, a podcast? Absolutely. So that's great. So we can't wait to have Liz on the show May 12th. May 19th, another beautiful young lady and a superstar talented singer who has a song screaming up the pop charts with her band Kono. She's the lead singer of Kono, and I got to put her name up because I always say it wrong. Morgan Konopelski is going on our program. Lovely young lady. Another one I reached out to who's just sweet as can be. She said she would actually love the chance to talk about the song and her singing and her career, and that's going to be on the 19th. The 26th, somebody I did a show with already and got to interview her. Adorable, just a great country music singer. I think this girl's got it, is going to be a star someday. She is from Nashville, Tennessee, and her name is Bex. Even the name is cool, Bex. B-A-K-X. She's very cool. Just a 21-year-old lady, but very positive, very confident, very much into her music. She was an excellent interview. We did a Talk Creative to Me with Maria Daniels. We had Bex on, and she was sensational. I reached out afterwards. I said, you're just the kind of person that I'd love to have on my show. And she said, absolutely, let's book it. So we're booked it for the 26th. June 2nd, another guy didn't put a picture up of Don't Hate Me, but we are going to have a podcast extraordinaire. This guy has got like 5 different podcast programs. He does a lot of movie review and movie creations. He's got a movie out now that he helped create through his podcast world. And he always said, dude, when am I going to be on your show? He's coming on June 2nd. His name is Zach Wiseman. Zach is very awesome. I say does a ton of podcast work. Very deep intellectual person, but also a lot of fun. He likes to get rowdy. He's got a nice big beard like mine. His is more ginger beard. Mine's more dark beard. We do Talk Creative to Me together usually with Maria. So Zach will be on the show June 2nd. And we got more coming. I got PR people just blowing us up with more names, more dates. So stick around. Tiffany Mosher, close us out with something great.
Oh.
Well done. No.
The weekend is coming. Eat something delicious. Do something good for someone. Spread the positivity. Be kind. And, I don't know, good vibes. All around.
It's pretty good. You kept it short, but I think that I took us off. There we go. There we are. I always do this to Jewel and she hates this. I'm going to try this to you real quick. Look. Boom. Look how much bigger we are. She's like, oh, God. I kind of love that's the blow up. Again, we skipped some things tonight. Man Cave scores we didn't do, but we'll get to that. It's just a bunch of baseball cards I accumulated. And, we kind of blew through the topics kind of quick, but everything was so great tonight. Aaron Paul, again, thank you so much. Don't forget his new music. Don't forget www.aaronpaulmusic.com. Apple Music, Spotify, check him out on YouTube. Brand new songs like Dragon's Blood and Behind This Painted Face, which we played tonight, which are outstanding. Catch a whole new outlook on Aaron and some of his great music. Liz Bally, of course, the one of the managers at Chickies and Pete's of Warrington and a member of the Pennsylvania Restaurant and Lodging Association. The great charity raffle. It's still scrolling down the bottom of the screen. The PRLA Bucksmont chapter raffle benefiting the PRLA Education Foundation Scholarships Fund. Ooh, missed that word. And of course, HARP and their grant program for people in the industry that have been having a hard time since COVID. Definitely has been happening. Again, a massive shout out and love. The Miller High Life almost hit the end. Todd West is wrong. Jules is still here. Jules, this is for you. We absolutely love you 100%. Can't wait to see you next week. But as always, I am more than fortunate to be joined when Joel is not here by the lovely Tiffany Mosher. And Tiffany, as always, thank you. Amazing job tonight. You are getting better at this. You didn't text us. I'm getting more and more warmed up to this. And we are so proud of all the shows you're being on. I want you to share links with me to these shows you've been on because I'd like to watch you interview. I'd like to watch your progress. And I'd like to feel that I had a little hand in bringing you into this world. And I'm proud of it because I think you're great at it.
Thank you. I'm so happy that this is now the Yo Show is part of my routine, my daily routine, really. It's been such a blessing. And Jewel, we love you. And I'm glad to be here to help when I can.
We appreciate it very much. And it's funny because I always tag all of us in the shows, and everybody's like, well, what are you doing? Is Jewel leaving? Is Tiffany leaving? Are all you going to be on? I'm like, I just like to tag because we're a family, and I want the family to share with each other everything we do here. And we have grown quite fond of each other. And like I said, we contact each other a lot. Tiffany and I, Jewel and Tiffany, and we keep it tight-knit. And we love doing it here because it's just great. Aw, so Nachus is a Tiffany thing. He relates with Tiffany. Aww.
Nachus.
Too sweet. I know he
Very
likes.
nice.
How about me?
When you tune in, Nachus.
How about me, Nachus? We are on a delay, so it'll probably take him a few seconds to answer. So I'm going to wait right here. No, I'm kidding. We appreciate you coming in every week, dude. It's absolutely awesome. I felt bad last night because I don't have any way of communicating with you, and the show wasn't on last night. I'm like, I even said, I hope Nachus doesn't click in. They're not on tonight. He likes me too. My man, I like you too.
Yay,
You are all right, man. Thank you very much. Tell your friends in Argentina. Check us out.
Mm-hmm.
Tell all your friends, everybody watching, tell your friends, check out the Yo Show. Normally Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Every once in a while, we'll kick in a Thursday. And the last 2 Thursdays have been Tiffany Mosher. Dirty Honey, too, is a Thursday.
Dirty Honey? Oh, that was another big one.
I'm still in love with that one. I love
Yes.
it. I love them. And I'm with you. That song, when I go to the Humville Inn, I hit that song in the jukebox. Yeah,
See?
man.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I feel like a dirty little bitch, so I kind of dance and grind. Awesome.
I mean, I couldn't help you were doing it, so I had to do it too. It's like, what
But
are we
it looks 99% better when you do it. I'm not gonna lie. Me, I look like I'm having a seizure. You look like buy me a drink. I look like I've had too many drinks. Such a mess. All right, everybody. 10:15. So we are going to let you off the hook. And again, if you missed any of it and tuning in late, you can always check out the replay. Facebook at the Stoop Radio Network or my personal page, if you're friends with me. YouTube at The Yo Show, and of course on Twitch at The Yo Show as well. Don't forget www.theyoshow215.com, where we also replay the episodes. There's currently, last week's episode with Sharon Leah is currently up right now. And don't forget, see you next week, Nachus.
Yay.
Don't forget, of course, check out Susie Corey and some other great musical female acts this Sunday starting at 8 o'clock. Ladies Who Rock for a Cause, hosted by Sharon Leah. It's great. Get your tickets before they sell out. It's going to be a virtual event, but I heard there's only still limited tickets, even though it's a virtual event. Check out some of the great women, a ton of female artists, and some that are going to be on our show down the line. We already spoke to a few afterwards, and it's going to be awesome. Whew, man. I don't know how to end the show. Jules, like, you got to learn how to end the show. Like, I just get...
I know, we just don't want it to end because we're having so much fun.
I never want it to end. This year, if we do, if they have the food drive again this year, and we step in again and join them for the marathon show, like we did the 18 hours last year, you definitely got to be part of that.
Oh my gosh, I would love to.
18 hours.
18 hours.
We went 8.
Bring it on. I am
I
there.
like it. The only thing we did was we took breaks to maybe like get some food, but one of us would walk off and the other one would stay, and I peed a lot because I drank a lot. But if you haven't caught it, take a chance if you get a chance on YouTube. Just kind of blow through it. We had a ton of musical guests come on and perform right in virtual. We had athletes like Tim Witherspoon Jr., former boxer, Justin Renfro, NFL player. He was on. The guys from St. Ricketts came on and just talked to us, being part of the family. We had actress Brooke Lewis, all the way out from California, a former Philly girl out in Cali. She came on. People donated. We talked. We had a blast. We had some regular people come on. People I used to work with popped on like, hey, I want to be on. And they came on and barbecued with us and all. So it was great. So we hope people won't need it this year, but if they do, we will gladly be a part of it.
I think that's a great idea. I think it's a great idea.
I love it. So if you're out there, the ladies, if you're out there and you're hitting it again, they did it last year in March. So maybe not. Maybe they missed it, but we'll see.
All right.
That's it. I'm done running my mouth. Tiffany's got that. All right, I got to go to bed because I got to be up in 3 hours. So we'll get her out of here.
It's time to hear our boys.
It is time to hear our boys. Good call. We are going to end it for tonight again. We will see you Wednesday night with a mystery guest. Jewel Tatey will be back. And for now, we send you off with the amazing St. Ricketts But Fire Cannot Burn, our theme song from our house band, www.strickets.com. For the beautiful and ever-improving and amazing Tiffany Mosher, I am Jeff the Shark Perini, reminding you all, don't be a douche. Jewel Tatey, much love, honey. We love you.
Bye.
And hit it.